37.
And then like I was in Las Vegas over the weekend, and like we went to this like thing for motivational speakers, and their motivational speaker that they chose was Shia LaBeouf, and he just kept talking about like his Nike shoes that he was
Just
like
do it.
yeah, like it was so surreal.
I mean,
like
wouldn't
fucking
you?
weird.
Wouldn't
God,
you?
like it was so
Nikes are
weird.
so comfy. Except, hi everybody, welcome to Dice Soup, brought to you by Once Upon a D20 at patreon.com/Once Upon a D20. Yeah. Sorry. Sorry that we're always late, but also, apparently we need to meet at the inn on Fridays again. Man, if only somebody else knew how to do OBS besides Justice and Teddy and me.
Finally.
But
I'll
we'll
get with Teddy and Justice and you and
I have a
Kathleen.
better computer now, which means I have the ability possibly to do it. I need another monitor. Straight up,
You know what?
I need a second.
We're just gonna have to do like a separate learning day where we just all sit down and learn it. Like
we'll have a meeting at the end that is we'll have a meeting at the end that is just learning how to OBS. It'll be great. It's a twofer.
We'll all
But now that we're all loosened up for the chat, for the game rather, not the chat. I know words. I'm the best at words. We all know this. Take a drink.
I like drinking on a Sunday morning.
Speaking of a Sunday morning, the morning, very early morning of the 18th of Thesra. You all having just pulled off a heist, in no small part due to Nyack being able to do what a Nyack do, be a very quiet, owly man.
Bird boy.
Dancing in the sunlight, loving in the moonlight, having a wonderful time.
I'm sufficiently impressed.
And in less than 1 minute, appeared in the middle of this caravan, totally fucked with them, and then boppity beepity out the door with Old Man Knock, and then the rest of the group turning into giant eagles, defecating on the guards on the way out, as one does from time to time.
If you're a mature individual, yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, sometimes you're a bird and you poop on things. This is the way.
I'm like a bird, DMCA.
Beat me to it.
I don't know where my home is.
Speak it, not sing it.
But heading northeast, technically along the road. Here in the night.
Not a sponsor.
Yeah, no, not a sponsor. Here in the night, seeing a beautiful green patch of land. I said a square mile, but I forgot how not square mile acres are. That's more like 80 acres by 80 acres. It's fine. No, this one's more like about 4 acres.
It really hurts.
Not super huge by any means, but along the side of the mountains around Mount Mentiri, it is somewhat odd, where Comorta has some plant life, some odd plant life. It is not green, like green, like bright, vibrantly healthy. But here in this patch of land, there seems to be a few rows of trees in the back field. The ground itself in that area is like the grass, the trees themselves have a little bit of almost a fey glow to them. Most of you have been into the fey at one point or another, and this does give you that effervescent twilight not super bright, but definitely a light glow to it. And here in the night, where the ground around is dark, rich for some growth, this is an oddity. How would you like to? Oh, it's y'all were flying for the better part of an hour, just to get away from the heist.
Is that as the row flies?
As yes, flies. Dishonor on you, dishonor on your cow, dishonor.
Dishonor. Boo this man. Boo.
It was
Yeah.
a disappointment in your voice when you
Boo
said
this
dishonor,
man.
Jeremy.
I was so sad that I was laughing at it. I'm just saying. No, but your next your next row of your next bout of polymorphs is coming to an end. Indeed. I actually have a Nigel in one of my games. Funny enough. I don't think he's the Nigel but he's a Nigel
Gotcha.
But if I remember correctly, Kaylee and obviously Valineth, and who else had become it was Justice Slayer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, Justice, the hand model Justice Smith.
Yeah, totally.
You're giving it away for free.
But
Give it away, DCMA now. Or DMCA now, damn it. I got it backwards. I ruined it. It was so close. It was so close. I fucked it up. I'm sorry.
Real note, though, you could have your hand on the cover of so many books, Justice. Book Talk would eat it up.
Yeah.
so about
got a
that.
point
So about
there.
that. There's a speaking of a big, beautiful handprint, this block of land. As your it's you could pass it by and continue on trying to polymorph and fly further away. Here in the middle of the night, it has been a day and it has been an evening. Do y'all want to continue? Do you want to stop? How do you want to approach this?
If I could make a vote, I'd like to get us somewhere that would be very difficult to reach without wings.
Yeah,
Given that
was.
we have the capacity tomorrow to get back on wings.
Yeah, I mean, that was my thought as well, because if you say we've only been flying for, the better part of an hour, I'm only, a quarter way into my wild shape.
That is
I got more spells.
That is a specifically y'all were dashing for that time. So it would be the better part of like 15 miles, which is quite a bit.
Yeah, but that still feels too close.
That's more than a day's travel
Okay,
by foot.
But if anything,
Well,
depending on where we're
They already
at,
got a cart.
like Luca was saying there, that it'd probably be a good idea if we found a spot that was up, that was harder to reach without, having the power of flight.
Yeah, we're like right
That's
along the
3,000-year-old tree or something.
I don't speak bird, so I don't understand what Valineth is saying, but I think we should keep headed towards the Silver Quill Ridge.
You are. I'll say.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, right now you are birds.
Yeah, you're a bird too.
Yeah, but I have tongues. No, I'm kidding.
not anymore.
I don't think I do anyway.
That was a while ago.
Several hours ago.
We've had this conversation, but how many?
Yeah, I was trying to say, Eldritch Horror, right? Like we're
Yeah.
Oh man.
Answer fewer than you'd think, but more than you're comfortable with.
Yeah, that's what it was.
100%.
All right. So, from my understanding, we saw like another circle of stuff as we were passing over.
Well, this seems very
Different
Fey-ish. Was the thing as well.
I would
So we
really
could maybe-
rather. I'd rather not go into the Feywild just at this moment.
Yeah, I'd rather not. Not at the current moment, at least.
If anything, it'll
Though
be
we do
something
have
to
a
note.
moment here. Where's Nock? No, oh, well, no, I'm still a bird.
Yeah, you're a bird.
alright?
We got to find a spot to.
Okay,
We got to
never
find
mind.
a spot to land first.
God damn it!
Yeah, we have to
Yeah.
land.
We were
If I'm being completely- If I'm being completely honest with you, given the choice, I would rather draw a card from the deck of many things than go into the Feywild right now.
Did you just say that out loud?
Yes.
So does that mean you have to draw? I'm asking Sean.
The way he worded it, I think he's okay.
I think I might be okay.
Okay.
Doesn't intent matter as well?
Yeah, I think intent.
Sometimes.
Shadow Walker, in and out, 15 minutes. It'll be fine. Yeah, 15 minutes could end up 15 years, bud.
Yeah, 15 minutes on whose side?
As y'all are
Shadow Walker, we could go in and come out and it's 5 years later. Like, even though it was like maybe 10 minutes for us. So.
Sorry, Shade. You'll just be trapped there for a bit longer.
as
I'm sure
as
that he's
y'all
got
are-
a big ball yard to
we went in
chase.
for 4 hours, which was 1 hour.
as y'all
which
are
ended up
flying
being like
by.
2 weeks.
As y'all are flying by, there's a woman who looks like she's
Oh, definitely out.
hastily thrown on a blue robe over just kind of normal everyday clothes, and like she's tightening it up real quick, making sure to pull things, tie things over and pull things over, and walking out with a broom in hand, and looks like she's watching you all kind of flying by.
That seems sus.
A little, but at the same time, we're 3 giant eagles flying through the air.
With riders.
Yeah.
With riders.
Yeah, but random.
What, like you never
Random
read Lord of the Rings
person-
before?
Right. Random person, middle of Fayish freaking field. They've got a broom, just pulling
they're
on
in
a
the middle.
robe.
Gotcha. Okay. I missed that little detail.
Seems sus. Seems very sus. I
Her-
say
her
we
clothes-
continue,
I'll
but
say her clothes that you saw as she was pulling on the robe were like normal, like barkeep, innkeeper kind of clothing. The robe looks a lot more presentory, like
mhm.
Interesting.
Ah!
Because your ball hit more bird.
Fucking yeah. Keep flying.
Yeah. Follow the other birds.
I know it's been close to an hour, he said, so like I'm thinking, hopefully I don't stop being a bird anytime soon.
If I remember correctly, Asher is keeping that in mind and is going to polymorph you and what's her name? Fuck, Kaylee.
Yeah, we were supposed
In
to.
that
Yeah,
sense.
at some point I'm gonna polymorph somebody. That's all I know.
keep
So
the polymorph going.
yeah, so for the brief time that we're going to be continuing that and whatnot, I would love to be keeping an eye out for like a good high perch camp area that we could, make happen so we can actually rest.
Just an abnormally large tree in the middle of the field. that we
You're
can
an
just-
abnormally large tree in the middle of a field.
Technically,
You really are.
technically Slayer is,
Or like a
Um,
cliffside.
Slayer is like the cliffside.
Well, no, I mean, I was saying land on the cliffside, not Slayer is the
I'm
cliffside.
sorry.
Let's land on the side of the cliff, mate. If there is a cliff or mountain range or, something like that that is isolated, but not a rock nest, please.
Oh, come on. Live a little.
And then the woman as y'all are flying, she actually does mount the broom and begin to follow you all. It looks like she is tilting into it, trying to catch up with you.
Got a bogey.
Poop on her.
Player.
I'm kidding.
I just shoot like.
I'm kidding.
Bearded, just remember to twin spell Kaylee and Justice when the time comes.
I'd be like, Val, can you do
We'll
a barrel
get it.
roll? Let's do this. And I just like.
Please do not
Are
barrel
you throwing
roll
the flares?
with us on the back of this eagle. Please do not.
Shadow Walker, deploy rear bomb hatch.
Saying, I shoot
Shooting
firebolt
again.
out the back while we barrel roll, and that thing's gone. I'm just saying, like that's an automatic kill shot. So
Automatic kill.
So are we
when you're
gonna?
pointing,
Are
when
we
you're
gonna?
pointing at somebody and you turn to the side, it's just an automatic kill shot, right there. You know.
True, that's true.
I don't know. We're not expecting any company, so like we're being followed. Slayer's gonna attempt to pick up speed somehow. I don't know. Like we were already dashing. I don't know how much more we can try to outpace this individual.
I mean, honestly, if they're intent on following us to have a conversation with us, they're gonna keep coming along until we stop.
Until we
most
stop.
likely.
Yeah. Until
So
we stop.
if anything, let's find our spot, and if they're still with us, we'll have a conversation.
All right, go ahead and who would like to helm the it's called survival. Yeah, who would like to helm the survival check here in the night in the mountains?
I can only assist.
Wait,
Survival, not perception, to look for this beautiful thing.
I can
I'm a
assist as
bird.
well.
I mean, I'm a better
So-
bird.
I'll roll for it. I'll take the roll. Why not?
Mega so.
I don't see nothing.
Well, I know there's at least a couple of people who are proficient here in the party.
I'm a bird.
Ka.
You
So-
have two half proficient people, which would push it up to a.
I mean, I am proficient in survival, but I'm polymorphed into a bird right now, so I have none of that. Like I am a
Fair.
I am a
You
bird.
roll,
So as far as finding, it would be an 11 because you do have resonant bards.
Oh, okay.
I also have a question real quick.
Even with
Our-
the +9.
Is a perception check considered an ability check, or
It is an ability check.
oh well, Akira, you could add a D4.
Oh, okay. Then I'll add a D4. That's another 2 to
It
it.
might not
I mean,
push
that
it over
does
the
make it
edge, but
That does make it a 13, which is better than an 11 for sure.
Oh, you know what? I have my inspiration from when I said stupid, sexy Asher for the first time.
Do you want to use it?
Yeah. It was a D.
Okay.
What was it? A D. D8. D.
Stupid Sexy Asher is just inspo.
it's a whole full blown
It's a
reroll.
DM inspiration.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
reroll.
Yeah.
All right.
Heroes
Well,
burn
then.
inspiration.
You still get that D4 though, because that's from the Pact Moon Talisman, which Luca has given to Akira instead of wearing himself.
Ooh.
It's worse.
Oh, we love that for you. We
Wow,
love that for
that's
you. But a
great.
13. 13 is still a 13. So as y'all are going along,
Shadow Walker.
are you wanting to stay with the mountain because you're kind of coming around the mountain, and you could kind of go along the road, or you could curve along the mountain. Which way would you like to try?
I just saw Shadow Walker's message about
Yeah.
some
is-
shit.
Is this my decision or who?
I'll say your decision. You're kind of in the survival check. You're kind of steering things.
I guess we'll stay. We'll follow the road. I follow the road.
All right. So continuing on a little bit for the last few minutes of the thing. Y'all are actually outpacing her on her broom. She basically came out, saw y'all passing by, and started to try to follow you. But over a couple of miles, y'all get the better part of like an extra mile on her. Though
still
she
coming?
But
does,
she's still falling.
I'll say, she is not making any attempt to hide that she is still following.
No worries.
Is this the
Like
same
we said, we already
person
came to the conclusion. Like, if she's intent on following to have a chat, well, it's gonna happen. So,
Right.
any chance I can take a look at her? Another look for survival for something, maybe perception.
Well, between the two of you, both of you kind of got a 13.
Yeah. I'm
so
sad with a 9. I got so
Yeah.
bad.
There are a few scattered smallish trees out here. This area's, it's not fit for growing a lot of things.
Yeah.
And so things that grow out here grow in varying degrees of okay. These might be untended, like grapevines that have grown up and kind of a little gnarly, but
So are we still traveling like by the mountains and stuff?
Akira said that following more of the road rather than curving around the mountain.
Okay.
I did say that.
No worries. I was just gonna say, 'cause if we were still cruising around the mountains, like if there was a cliff or a little something, a little rock outcrop, but it's all good.
Settling in, there is enough of a again, it's not really a tree as much as just like overgrown and gnarly bush. It is big enough that you'd be able to land in, and it is obscuring enough that if there were folks riding by at a significant enough speed, and with a low enough perception, shall we say, in game terms, it would be able to obscure you from sight. At least in normal forms. 3 giant eagles, it's a little hard to parse, but. But at least settling down, you might have a few minutes of privacy before this broom lady catches up to you.
Already tells Slayer's just going to be on high alert the moment she lands. Just, what are you doing?
I'm just going to be standing there, sword and shield in hand, just like
just waiting patiently,
tapping the sword on my shoulder.
Our other option could be to just keep flying to add more distance, right?
Yeah, or y'all can keep flying to try and add more distance.
Like,
Do we have the slots for that?
I
think Asher does. Yeah.
At this point, I'd only be halfway through my wild shape with 2 polymorphs runs. So it all depends on the others that are on the backs of the guys if they got spare slots.
Landing, Kaylee kind of shakes off becoming small and quadrupedal again.
Oh, we've landed.
All right, so yeah, it's I'm getting a little exhausted from all this. It's
excessive running and dashing and all.
Yeah, it's a jog. Flying hard.
Yeah, we're on a sprint, not a marathon here for some reason. So
Madam Shorthall, may I just say I understand how you feel spending all your big spells at one time. I am tapped.
Oh, I'm not worried about the spells. I'm starting to feel the bird exhaustion in my bones.
I can feel that too, Madam Ophelia.
And there's a moment where she looks at you. Yeah, you would, wouldn't you?
I was flying behind y'all at over 5 times my normal flying speed, so.
I mean, you could have just held on. But also, I mean, it is a bit exhausting. I'm starting to feel a bit of the burn myself, but I could definitely keep going.
Now, why do we not? Yeah, I mean, we're still relatively close, and if those folks mount up on horses, they'll be hot on our heels faster than we want to.
We may have a little bit of space, but a little extra space can't hurt.
Yeah, perhaps we start flying, now that we've got some distance, we start flying perhaps a little bit lower to the ground so that they don't spot us as easily on the horizon if they're still trying to follow.
Or wait, I didn't say anything.
And
I'm
I'll
still
be
bird.
honest.
I haven't changed yet. I haven't changed yet
Alright.
because I'm
I
waiting
am
for
bird.
everybody to decide.
Oh, right.
I'll be honest. If we can put 60 miles between us and where they started, that would make me feel comfortable, but I know that's a lot of work.
That is a lot of work. We could do it.
Could Slayer figure out the math on like how far they'd need to travel to like get past the curvature so that they couldn't see us on the horizon flying?
I mean, basically now, like if
Oh, okay. All right.
y'all,
We're just fine.
as long unless they unhitch their horses excessively quickly, as long as y'all are flying low-ish,
Yeah.
not 1,000 feet in the air, they're probably not going to see you.
Okay.
We'll just have to be wary of things on the ground.
That's also true.
Or wait,
yeah,
no.
but I mean, we'd have to worry about other things that are close to the ground potentially. But like I don't see anything messy.
No, you
with a
actually
flock of
notice
giant
that
eagles.
as you're balking off stuff, you notice that Kaylee is actually responding to you
Oh, interesting.
as if she is understanding animal.
Speak with animals.
Well, whatever we do, we're not gaining any ground against them or the broom lady.
Yeah, what's that about?
sitting here
What do you
talking
think?
about it.
Should we stop and talk to her, or should we just fuck off?
I think
Like,
if she catches up to us again, we can find out what's going on while we're flying. Otherwise, we just keep getting on the road. We don't have time to be having a whole conversation powwow dinner.
yeah, we don't know what they're on about.
I feel like if they're tailing us, then they if they could have done something bad to us already and they had intent to, they would have.
Which is all the more reason to not waste time talking to her.
I mean, unless we were too fast and got too far away too quickly. But yeah,
Well, that sucks for her. She should have done a better job flying.
well, since we're here, and I'm not a bird now, right? It was established, I think. Anyway,
Correct.
I think I'm the only one still bird at the moment.
I'm going
Still bird
to. I'm gonna bust out the spell gem. Get that taken care
I was
of.
gonna say I don't think yet. I don't think Nock's been cured yet.
No, they haven't.
Because it was just a snatching, smashing crab.
How
earlier.
long? How long of a casting is Greater Restoration? It's an
Single
action. A single action.
Yeah, because
Excellent.
it's already
Then,
been
yeah.
been done.
Then I'm going to attempt.
Well, hasn't he got those anti-magic shackles? Don't we need to get those off first?
Oh, that would be
Anti-teleportation.
hilarious.
Anti-teleport and shape-shifting shackles, but that's still kind of a good point, actually.
Would be hilarious if you guys cured me and then out of nowhere, like it's just. Oh, by the way, the shackles nullified that.
That would be really
That
frustrating.
would suck.
That would be evil. That would be Sice Dude stuff right there.
That makes me laugh as a GM. That makes me laugh.
It does sort of make me.
They didn't. Ooh.
It does sort of make me cackle internally, so I'm gonna not actually do that.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. If it would make me smile, I'm like, we probably shouldn't go that
Yeah.
bad way.
So I'm gonna not.
Well,
Side.
I will say for those who didn't hear, Justice, I'm sure you heard. But I tried dispelling magic on it, and I
Yeah.
guess my spell wasn't hard enough, or I was just too tired to do it effectively. But I do think we could dispel whatever is on the shackles to get them off this man, but it's going to take a lot more power than I can put into it, especially right now.
Interesting.
Do you, I'd volunteer, of course. No worries. But I do only have two.
Let's worry about that
possible-
later.
I will say I only have like 2 possible spells I'd be able to put into it. But if you have more spells you'd be able to put into it, Master Nyack, I could try and help you.
I have like one more shot at it, if I'm honest with you. Today. I mean, if we wait, I may have a better chance, but right now I have one more shot.
Well, I believe in you. I think you might have as good a chance as any of us. And she does try to inspire you with a D12.
All right. Then I'll try one more time.
Is there any way I
5th
can
level.
help with my knowledge of Arcana?
This is more of a practical practicum rather than theory.
That's fair.
Does anybody
5th
else
level.
have any other kinds of dispelling that they'd be able to put onto it?
I don't think Asher has any.
So I'm looking through my spell list to see if I had that. I don't know if I did or not. Spells, man. So
I can
much.
enthrall the cuffs to like say, "Hey, you want to come to me, don't you?" Yeah, right.
See, I could guess the
I-
cuffs to try to get them to come
Well-
to me, but
Well, I mean,
Snap. I mean,
I could dispel better.
I could help as well. I realize I do have
You'd have
this.
to-
I have dispel magic.
you'd have to drop out a
You'd
bird
have to
form to
lose
do
your
it, but
bird.
it would totally. you
I
could
mean, at
totally
this
do it.
point, it seems like we're gonna be here for a bit, and I still have one more wild shape available. So I think, yeah, why not? If it seems like, trying to help free this man from these shackles. Let's see here. Oh, you know what? Screw it. I'm
This
on
man, it's Knock. You know Knock, Valineth. Like
a bit.
This man.
I just like scream.
He's trying to be nonchalant about it. Since I still have them available, because I didn't actually really use any of my spells, or many of my high tier spell slots. Can I help out by casting it at 5th level?
You can. That'll add a +2 onto it.
+2.
Oh well. No, not a +2. It'll add advantage.
Yeah. Okay.
Advantage.
No, I'm wrong again. It's advantage and a +2 because of the two levels above.
Ah,
Yeah, because it's 3rd and it's casting 5th.
So advantage because he's casting the spell to help you, and a +2 because he's casting at a higher level.
let's do it.
Well, wouldn't it be? Okay, yeah, I got what you're saying.
Dice.
3 to 4 to 5.
Cast, and then it's just a spell modifier, right?
Yes, it's your spell casting mod, which you already get a +2 to for being bard, and then a +2 for his help, and then
Advantage.
And then at advantage.
advantage,
and then
and then a
Inspiration.
D12.
All right, so this +2, and then I'll roll the d12. All right, 16, so 18 plus a d12.
There we go.
27.
27.
That
So
should
as
be
you
anything that is there.
yeah, most things. So as you focus in on it, and now the both of you are focused in and blasting it, and you focus in and you hear Kaylee again in your head. You can do this. I believe in you. You can do this. And you focus in, and the gems that are glowing on it dim. And while they're dim, you hear a click, and both of the shackles fall off. They're not broken.
Nice.
The enchantment isn't broken, but it is subdued enough that it lets go. And those gems might light back up sometime shortly and latch shut, but they don't seem to be like they're gonna jump onto him or anything.
Can I try to...
They're on his arm, so.
Right. Can I try to curb stomp them into the ground a distance?
You're just gonna like stomp them,
into
try
the
and break them, or
No,
or
like
embed them
stomp
into the
them with
ground.
the intention of burying them in the dirt in case there's some sort of tracking on them, so
Oh.
that
oh yeah. I mean, I'm not even gonna ask for a strength check. It's you and things and dirt.
okay.
You just
Okay, what's the DC on dirt? Like,
less than 16, which
higher
is
than
the
you
lowest he can muster.
Yeah.
So yeah, you just until they are covered with the very rich, stinky dirt of the side of these mountains.
Excellent. Now, if they try to find it, it's in the dirt. Now that that's taken care of, maybe we can get away with doing this. And I'll now pull out the gem and try to do the greater restoration on well, actually, because this is gonna go off spellcasting ability, isn't it?
Maybe.
Can I see if Slayer would know what it's gonna take to use the spell gem? Since it's
You
theoretical.
you in fact actually were given the information on how
Okay.
it works.
Okay.
It works off of the person who put it into the gem.
Okay.
And it works especially with this level of gem that is quite strong.
Right.
And you put a ninth level spell into it.
Right. So like above table though, mechanically it's not like a spell scroll where you have to make a spell ability check to cast the thing. I just
Correct.
cast the thing. Okay. All right. Just making sure. Because otherwise.
Hold on, I'm gonna make sure I'm not lying to you.
Okay.
That'd be good, I think.
Let me read the description of a spell gem in my inventory as well.
And it's almost like you have one right there.
And I know it was posted a while ago, but Grayscale brought an idea to my head about just take a sensu beam.
Oh yes. If the spell is higher than you can normally cast, you can make an ability check using using your spell casting ability modifier.
Yeah.
Successfully.
Okay. All right. So then, yes, I am gonna do the thing that I thought I was going to do. I'm going to take it out, and I'm going to turn to Luca, and I'm going to say, Luca, would you do the honors of using this on Nock?
Sure. I'd be honored to.
Yay!
I'd like to
Hands
use
not in the
the
camera,
inspiration of this.
Yay!
And using her last inspiration until there was actually a rest to be had. Kelly's going to just squeeze your other hand for a second and say, "You got this, kid."
I'm guessing enhance ability doesn't do anything extra for this, would it?
It does.
Gives
Gives advantage.
on saving throws related to the skill check.
Gives advantage on ability checks related to the ability, right?
Yeah.
So which one would this be to help boost?
Charisma?
Eagle Splendor.
Okay.
Eagle Splendor.
would it be beneficial for I also
Akira,
spell?
can I borrow this necklace for just a moment, love? Thank you.
You also have what?
Asher also has,
What am I gonna do against that?
I'll give it right back, I swear.
Akira gladly hands it
Pretty
over.
quiet.
Spells of the same spell, if they give the exact same effect, one does not override or help the other. Hey, thanks, love.
They actually have skill empowerment, which actually gives them expertise. So would that actually?
That's that is taking a skill already had, and already proficient, and making it expertise. If I remember correctly.
Yeah. So, sorry, it's one that.
It's a non-proficient.
Expertise already.
Yeah, this is a non-proficient thing. Wait.
Gotcha.
Hold on. I'm going to read that spell because so few people take it. I actually am not well versed in it.
Your magic deepens a creature's understanding of its own talent. You touch one willing creature and give it expertise in one skill of your choice until the spell ends. The creature doubles its proficiency bonus for ability checks that makes using that chosen skill. You must choose a skill in which the target is proficient and isn't already benefiting from an effect, such as
Okay, is proficient. That is the key there, because most nobody is proficient in spellcasting ability checks to do with most things.
Which is silly because they're proficient in spell attacks,
That's
which
true.
you would think is the same thing, but no.
But
And
it's
if
not.
it's and if it's charisma, I am proficient in
That's what I'm
charisma.
saying. Like, it's charisma. So, like, it would be a bard. Like, you know.
But that's
But
the fun
anyway.
part about being a bard, is that he is half proficient in everything, and his half proficiency still goes into this. He is kind of the best candidate on the table right now.
Well, then if you
Unslayer knows that.
would that boost that?
Not with skill empowerment, no.
Okay.
But I could see that being incredibly useful for other skill checks, though.
Like so many other.
That was
skill checks.
a cool choice. That's gonna really that's gonna be a good one to have in the bag.
Yeah, it's one of the big ones.
Too bad it can't give someone extra expertise and make my athletics even more obscene.
Yeah, so you want to jump into orbit?
Or
Yes.
I agree, or make my deception just like
Yeah,
twice as good.
yeah.
But
I
do you
am
know what?
being
Do you know what
wonderful.
Luca is proficient in, but doesn't have expertise in? Persuasion.
So I can just straight up
See, we're
give
the
you-
yin and yang. I do have expertise in persuasion.
Awesome.
But
Anyway,
All right. So then,
you got this, kid.
All right. So I have got it's a charisma check, just base charisma check.
It is a charisma check. It will automatically put on your +2 for
half
being a bard.
proficiency. Yeah.
Yes.
And then advantage because Eagle Splendor. And then a D12 inspiration.
Okie dokie. So we'll roll the flat check first. We're in a good place.
Ooh, yeah, we are.
One might say we're in a good place.
It
Don't-
didn't add +2 though, just so you know, it just added my straight charisma.
Yeah,
It was a
really?
25.
That's weird. That's okay. It's a 25. I'm not gonna.
We don't
We're
need
not-
anything more.
I
DC was 19.
I don't think
There's
we
a
need to
D12.
split hairs over that one.
But there's a D12.
Okay, we go for the big numbers. around
Aw.
Oh,
Only
27.
27.
Ooh,
Only a
only
27.
But what if I could super cure him? What if I could pump that up to like a 30?
He de-ages and he's now a teenager.
Now younger.
No,
What happened?
No.
Voice starts cracking.
You remove a tumor he didn't even know he had. Just
Right.
I'm not going to use the extra D4 from my necklace.
Would
I'm going
I-
to give that back to Akira.
Question for the D12. Are you so with that, because you rolled a 2 and everything? Would my bend luck apply to this? As when another creature you can see makes an attack roll, an ability check, or a saving throw, that
This is an ability check.
It is an ability
is
check.
it still an ability check even though it's a bonus die?
Uh-huh.
Okay, well then I'm gonna burn my reaction and 2 sorcery points, and I'm gonna add. I know it's not much, but
There's a D4.
I'm gonna add 2 to it. So there you go.
Hey, 29.
Huh.
Sure you don't want to use that talisman? Maybe we can break
I
30.
can't use the talisman because in order to use the talisman, you have to fail.
Oh,
Indeed.
Fair enough.
But
The talisman, the way that it works is that if the person who's wearing it, if they fail an ability check, they can spend one use and add a D4, potentially changing it to a success.
Gotcha.
So only if you
that's why-
fail this one would you be able to add it.
That's why Luca put it on Akira. And so he's going to give it back to Akira, of course, afterwards. But first, let's see what happens when we cast this craziness.
Woo!
So focusing in,
I'm
on
going
the
to
diamond.
cast Fix Yo Shit.
Are you focusing on the diamond? And angle it. Focus your energy. Point it towards Knock. Knock. Your friends have traveled thousands of miles in the matter of days.
Bounced off the walls of reality.
Bounced off the walls of reality a number of times. All four of the dimensional walls of reality they bounced off of.
I almost thought we found a fifth one.
We
And
nearly broke that fourth wall.
and he Luca comes towards you with this gem and is about to touch it to you. Do you accept it?
I thought so hard about just saying no. Just like, no, actually, I'm not going to take it. No, I will accept the cure.
Touching you.
And
Touching me.
as
I know.
We went for two totally different songs right there.
I know, but
I got it.
couldn't help it.
Bless you.
There's a
Same
lot
lyrics,
of
but
handy-
different tune.
We caught a fart on stream.
Yep.
Hashtag first for everything. But as the diamond touches you, the spell fires through you, and in that same kind of feeling that came over you when you were laying in Grimgalir, being pulled out of near brain death. that feeling washes over you again. That kindness, and it's even drawn from the same god.
It is.
That warmth of the Everlight washing through you. And as it washes over you, the liver spots, the wrinkles, the age, the automatically grayed hair, all of a sudden back to what's its natural color again? It's like an off green.
Like a
Yeah.
pale green, yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
It rushes back to the vibrant pale green. Everything smooths back out. And your friends see you for who you are.
Akira
Your
runs.
normal self.
Akira runs right to him and gives him like a huge hug.
Madam Shortheart, you weren't kidding. That is an ass for days.
Oh, hey,
Well,
no,
this
you've
new
got
character
legs.
even likes my ass. Yeah, I love it.
Didn't I tell you? I told you.
So I get glomped.
Young old is still nice.
I get glomped by Akira.
Slayer puts out his hands towards Luca for the
handing
diamond.
back the diamond. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hands back the diamond and kind of nods.
Real quick, just as he takes his diamond, he'll sort of like take the diamond with the same hand, and then with the opposite hand clasp your forearm and give it a firm squeeze, and then tuck the diamond back in the chest.
Luca would return that gesture and grin. And then turn towards Knock and just, Knock, you've got legs.
Thank
I,
you.
in mid hug with Akira, who has glomped onto me. I'm like steadying myself. And I find myself with some newfound strength of being able to actually hold myself up. Much easier this time. Like before, that would have turned me to dust. But this, I would have just like right in front of you guys. But, yeah, like
Not dust. You would have burst into old man candy wrappers.
I don't feel so good, Slayer.
Akira will let not go so Luca can come talk to him. So,
I would like to point out that I was drinking when you said that, and I kept it together. I didn't choke once.
imagine though Akira glomping onto old Knock and just old man
Candy wrapper.
Yeah, no, like so that's whenever Knock will look up and go, does this mean I have to stop eating the Werthers?
I'm assuming that's quite up to you.
That's entirely a matter of taste. I mean, do you still like the Werthers? Or it's...
Yeah, try one.
It's
I'm
kinda
assuming you've got
huge.
some in your pocket.
I have less of an urge to eat them now. Also, I don't
why.
feel the need to smack my teeth.
That's good. So,
Yeah.
So where are we taking you?
Exceptionally good to hear.
And I will immediately I'll walk on over to Luca, and I'll just clasp it a hug, and I was like, I missed you.
Glad to have you back.
Well enough, he'll like give you a good old slap on the back and whatnot, and just be like, "It's quite good to have you back in good spirits and in good health."
Pardon me.
What's up?
You hear
That was a new voice.
You hear a
I've been
voice
wondering.
call from above. Sorry to bother you all.
Not
Are
yet.
you all
Rather persistent.
just passing through?
Yes.
We
That's
You
are
precisely who we are.
passing through here.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's precisely who we are.
And from she's a good 100 some odd feet, like up and back a bit, riding on the broom. Just oh, good. I would have hated to be chasing down the wrong people. I was
You have
told.
exceptionally good eyesight.
Well, I was told to find just passing through.
Stuck.
I totally forgot.
It's stuck.
I totally forgot. We're just
It's totally
passing through.
Why do you think I said
No,
it, Teddy?
I know. It took a moment for it to fully click as to like that's why you said it that way, and
Yeah.
it's like, oh no, because
Yeah.
that's what happened to be our name when. Oh man.
An accident, like.
Yeah.
You all have a friend on the other side. Well, one of the other sides, who asked me, paid me to give y'all room for a full day. And I was afraid I'd landed, well, not on Exandria. Good to know. Good to know the inn is still pretty good at finding things.
Room for a day?
I'm sorry. Yeah. What he said? Broom for a day?
A lady called Carmela, out on the other side, the Fae, out in the Fae.
Right. Does Carmela sound familiar
to me.
Jeremy's trying to. I thought that was the name of the
I
lady.
don't
Asher leans
remember
over
if we
to
got the
Slayer.
satyr's name, if I'm being totally
Yeah,
frank
Asher
with
leans
you.
over to Slayer and just goes like, "Is that the person
the
that
satyr's
drew
name.
us
Oh,
into this
we
family?"
I wanna say we
hold on. We got the satyr's name. He's the satyr is the one that gave us the Saturn, but
That's
his name is not.
Different satyr.
A different satyr? Okay.
Yeah.
Mistake.
Okay.
That's
Yep,
so
a
the-
different satyr.
On behalf of one Artagan,
Oh.
That's familiar.
Oh. Yeah. Okay.
as an extension of his goodwill and to ensure his safety, if I remember the job correctly.
Yeah, we do need to help free him so that he'll give us back shade. That it's something to do.
Yes.
Gertrude Hunt and I came over here to this side to facilitate this transaction. Is this?
Who are you?
I'm sorry, my name is Dinah. I am the innkeeper of Gertrude Hunt.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And
Hey, good to meet you.
Good to meet you all.
Well, you may call me the Doomslayer.
And now that she can tell that y'all aren't quite in a fighty mood or anything, she will actually float down. She'll float down, and as she touches ground and is kind of, pulling the broom out from mounting it, the broom itself just kind of like the bristles pull in and form into a very nice staff.
Ooh.
And
Why ain't that fancy?
well, yes, in fact.
So wait, it needs to be a cleaning utensil for you to fly it? It can't just be a staff?
It can be a number of things. Most people expect to see a person flying on a broom of flying, so that is the form that it takes when it's going to fly.
I wonder. I know this
if I-
guy in Rexington named Hoover. He's working on some kind of cleaning thing. I wonder if that could work.
Well, you see, if I require, it can be as she taps it on the ground and a very long blade shoots out the top of it, like 4 foot long blade just shoots out the top of the staff. It can be anything that I really require it to be at the time.
Ooh.
As she taps it again and it back away.
Oh, so is the broom required?
Oh.
Yeah. So the point is,
About 4 feet long.
if you accept this this gift, while you are on the grounds of Gertrude Hunt, you will be watched after by me and all that I and Gertrude Hunt can do to ensure your safety, which is extensive.
Is she really?
It is the reason. It is the reason that. It is the reason that people hire an inn, of which there are a few. Mine happens to be able to travel between planes, and well, while you are a guest at Gertrude Hunt, you are under our protection.
Again,
We
is she
are
related to Mike in any way? I'm just curious.
I would not make that joke while you were on the grounds.
I know a dude named that with that name. I don't know how. What joke? What's the joke?
It's a pretty
Asher-
old joke.
Asher's
Asher.
gonna-
I mean,
Asher's gonna
Come
feel
on.
Akira's tail whack him in the back.
I
and
definitely appreciate it, but Gertrude might not, and for the most part, she does what I ask, but I derive a not insignificant portion of my power from that which I share with her.
Mike's degree of sense. Sorry, I slipped
sort
into
of
saying excellency.
a sort of symbiotic relationship, if you will.
Well,
But yes, while you are on the grounds, I have all manner of things that I can do to protect you and keep you safe. And you can all of you take your ease for 24 hours. After which time I will ask you to leave so that Gertrude Hunt and I can move on to our next job. If you come in as well, there is a guest who has paid for a lifetime stay at Gertrude Hunt. She is
Convenient.
yes, there is such thing as a lifetime stay, but thank you, love you. There's such thing as lifetime stay. It is excessively expensive, but also one is guarded by an innkeeper for the rest of their natural life as long as they are on the property.
How much does that cost?
Is that all?
Just about to say the same.
There are things more costly than money, shall we say?
I'm aware.
And so, what does it cost?
Slayer starts eyeing the two of them suspiciously as to what they might be willing to trade for sanctuary.
There is an investment that one must make in the inn, and a daily and continued investment of magic.
Oh, I see.
Of a significant degree, so that she may continue to operate at peak efficiency.
Well, that makes sense. That makes sense.
So a battery for protection.
It was really more a matter of curiosity.
No problem. I'm just letting you know.
Well, so
Caldania can be a certain what's the word? Acquired flavor of lady.
I'll go to drink that's just like that. Maybe she'll lock it.
Oh, probably. She is one to party, but
Well,
if the same rules that apply to you apply to her, if there is violence in my inn and it is between two of my guests, I will have to evaluate who started what, and I will be able to evaluate that pretty quickly. And
at least it's not just a blanket, hey, no fighting, otherwise you're both punished. 'Cause that's pretty, no.
yeah.
I like it.
But yes, Caldania is very well aware of if she kills anybody on in grounds, that she will be ejected, and the spells with which she has invested will be stripped from her permanently.
Oh dear.
So that is part of the contract that was signed. But so, would you do you all need this service now, or is there a better time and or place to come back and find you?
well, we do have a bit of business. Back in sorry for the background noise there.
Okay.
We're looking to Jesus, throwing me off my train of thought here.
Slayer, Doomslayer.
Yeah.
The Slate of Doom.
Brain farting. All right.
And Slayer.
Got it.
And Slay.
So, sorry, we're all looking to get back to Craig Wattstone and then Craig Hammer. But this is, rescuing Artagan, the Traveler, so that he can free our friend is very high up on our priority list. We're just looking to return an old friend of mine.
I don't know if you. I might not be speaking as straight. I haven't been on Exandria in a while. I am not escorting you to the Feywild. This is more. It was said to be an advance of goodwill.
Oh, I see. So this is like an advance payment on the job. I see.
And we are not escorting you into the Feywild.
I see.
We are keeping you safe wherever we are to find you.
So this is momentary respite.
I can take Gertrude Hunt back into the Fey and then out to a number of places out in the universe, but
you are not providing that service to us.
that is not the service. Yes, that is not the service being offered. The service being offered is to give y'all a place of guarded respite. And I came as soon as the job was given to me. So
Right.
did my little scry thing to find you, and then
I follow what you're saying now. Okay.
I don't know about you guys, but
like, will there be like a pool? Will there be a gym?
I don't think any of that matters, Esther. This seems like a really silly question to ask right now.
No,
I can make one.
Oh, really?
My question is
brothel on that table? I'm just saying.
A second.
If you can very politely speak to Caldania about what her proclivities are, you might be able to persuade her, but I wouldn't. You'd find out pretty quickly.
that almost sounds like a challenge.
if I could make a recommendation, we are being hunted right now.
That's what I'm trying to get to. Yeah, we've got people on our tail. How far is this in?
Well, you all flew past it, you see.
I see. Was it that bit of like very peculiar ground a ways back?
Well, yeah. The big grassy couple acres back there that I brought over.
Yep. Yeah. It seemed very suspicious to us.
It is a little ostentatious, especially around here. If there was a place a little bit less, and she just kind of like digs at the dirt with the back of the staff.
Right.
A little less. It might be a little less ostentatious.
That's fair. Well, shall we backtrack then? Do we have it in us to do that?
But I'm also saying that if you like, I could meet y'all elsewhere at another place. Weaving things back and forth through the Fae.
You might help us decide this, because we need to kind of know what you would like to do now, because I had an idea of what you might be wanting to do based on things that were said the last time we saw each other, but maybe you could enlighten us.
Well, either way, he says, either way, I'm in, of course, a bit of hiding now because they're dragging me down. But I suppose some sanctuary would not go amiss. I do have a matter of which I want to resolve, of course, but I don't know how and when I'm going to do that, quite frankly.
You're gonna try to get. God, what was his name? Alec, right? Yeah, I couldn't remember for a split second there. You're gonna try to get Alec out of hell, lucky ass, aren't you?
I have to find my way to the realm of Asmodeus and get him.
I knew it. I called it, didn't I? I said he was gonna do that.
Yep.
Yeah, so I need to do that.
Well,
I don't know when I can.
There
It doesn't have to be right this second, and a little bit of rest where they can't find us could be helpful.
That would be very helpful, but also I will say there is a library of the Cobalt Soul in Zadash, isn't there?
That's in Rexentrum.
There's one in Zadash as well, isn't there?
There's one in both. I knew that. Pretend I never said that. I would definitely know that information.
You gonna pretend I didn't say that? Yeah.
Anyway.
Nyack cast gaslight, just like.
Right. I feel like Knock.
but
Do
I
you,
don't
like
do you
Knock
know
would
how
know
to
that
cast
as
second
well.
level gaslight, Nyack?
I do know how to cast second level gaslight.
I
Actually.
fucking love you.
But anyway, I feel like Knock would also know that there is, in fact, a library in Zadash.
Yeah.
But you might have a good chance of finding info on how to do that there. We could try to help you get there, and then from there, go take care of our other business.
I didn't know there was a library in Zadash. See, I'm not up to date on keeping up with the Zadashians.
Ha ha ha.
I think Spork mentioned it.
Anywho,
Man.
I think the best way to
Okay, at
cover
least
our
mentioned it
tracks
once, I
and to
think.
get them to lose our scent for tonight is
Agreed.
to accept this offer and go back the 2 miles to where.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Agreed.
Yeah,
I think that's our best bet for tonight.
Let's
Yeah.
do that. Take a nice long stay. Let them lose our trail.
Exactly.
I
couldn't.
just clarifying. Who was on your trail? This
No
this
one
isn't-
important.
the
This
Rogers
isn't-
brand.
It's not contingent on your stay. It's mostly for my information, so I know what I will be having to deal with.
It's just the
It's
Rogers brand.
It's Stellocratian Crown's Guard.
It's the Rogers brand,
Okay.
Yes.
as I said. Nyack.
Is that is a
I'm aware.
militant group? Mercenary
Yes.
company?
Militant.
Not mercenary. No, they're under the employ of the Dwendalian Empire rulers.
Okay, they are
portion of Wild
national kind of guards. Okay.
Yeah.
I can
They're like the coast.
unless they're
They're
especially
sort of
unless
like
they're
a
especially
militarized
powerful, I can
national
probably-
constabulary.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I can work with that. I can work with that as long as they're not too terribly powerful. It'd be just a
Most
matter
them
of
are pricks.
doing.
Trevor, he was nice.
Should just be a
Asha?
couple of dudes on horseback.
Asha, could you do me a favor, Asha?
Mhm.
Close your mouth. It's really smelling of feet. And I would like you to make a wisdom save for vicious mockery.
Just to be clear, that was Knock who said that.
Oh, never mind. Never mind. I thought it was
Knock
Azure.
straight up the one that said they're all pricks except for Trevor. He was nice.
Never mind. Never mind. I thought it was Asher.
I know. I gotta like, get
Asher's-
back into the accent.
Asher's at the point where if he opens his mouth again, he's getting hit with a vicious mockery.
But yeah, so if you are all, and she looks around, and as she looks at Kaylee actually is kind of looking at Dinah with a little bit of a not concerned, but like he's hiding awe very well. It's like she's seeing something that she's only read about.
Oh.
Looking at who? Dino?
Yeah, Dinah, the innkeeper.
Oh, Dino. Oh, yeah. Sure. I knew that.
muted. Is this maybe something Jimothy might have mentioned to me once that like is now?
It would be an exceedingly difficult history check that you could try,
fair enough. Doesn't hurt to
or
try.
Arcana.
They're the same number actually for
right
me.
on.
So no, even with a +8.
You are
I love
not
when you
recalling
roll.
it.
That's fine.
I love when you roll low when it's still over 10. That tickles me.
Right.
It's good stuff.
It's
The
But,
base mods.
And Kaylee finally speaks up and just, I would like that if it'd be all right. Everybody else.
yeah, seems good to me. So Eagles.
You
I guess if that's, it's probably the easiest one.
You need to no, just hold up a tick. Hold up a tick. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, no, we could just go.
Let's go then.
We could just go.
Eagles.
Let's do that.
Oh
Let's
no, not eagles.
I'm confused.
Wait, we're
It
going
seems,
to
it seems like she has
One
a
way
different
or the other.
idea.
Just gather close, please.
Gather around, children.
Time for a group hug.
Slayer steps
Listen,
close and
children,
looms
to my story.
Looms.
And she
over everyone.
Who lives
And
beside
she-
you?
It's
Close your
about
eye.
DMCA.
she speaks to the staff and says, "Back to Gertrude Hunt, please." And it looks like the bristles of the broom open up and then shoot into the ground, and it's almost like as energy kind of comes up from the ground around you, it's just like as the energy lifts up, all of a sudden the ground is green, vibrantly beautiful green, and then as the orb of energy goes up, you are now on the grounds of Gertrude Hunt.
I cough up another pellet.
Man,
Every time.
teleportation really does not agree with you, does it?
Asher immediately starts feeling his nose to make sure it's not broken. Like, oh, okay, we're good. We're good. Okay.
Yeah.
You're right. Teleportation is definitely not my jam. I had in when I was doing those dimension doors.
Akira's just gonna stroll right by and say, "New guy." Just keep going.
Wait, new guy or newer guy? Like, what? Wait, we're both new guy.
You're both new guy.
We're both new guy. Crap, we're both new guy.
Well, that's all right. And she, bringing you all here, would just gently kind of walk a little bit over to the left and point, and this glyph on the ground would brighten up a brighter red, and
Why
then
do
settle
these
down.
shrubs spell out help? No, I'm just kidding.
I was trying to look for something in them too.
You know,
Sorry. Couldn't
But
resist.
she points over, and as long as you're between the square that is made by that one, and pointing over, and the brighter green glyph brightens up. And then there are 2 more just like it at the back of the property. As long as you are within the area that has been brought over, that is the safe area. I know anyone who comes into and off of these grounds. Gertrude Hunt tells me. And and I know where people are. Otherwise, I heard to ask for a was that an exercise room and a pool to soak in?
Yeah, no, I 100% would absolutely love to have something like that. It'd be fantastic.
Yeah, I think he mentioned a gym so that we could put him through some exercises. Asher, I think you did mention that, didn't you?
Well,
All right.
yeah, I don't.
And
I
Excellent, excellent. That's going to be great.
yeah, and
We're gonna have a great
just kind of holding the broom at her side, it kind of looks towards the inn and closes her eyes, and you hear what sounds like shifting of like stone on stone, but kind of muffled, and it calms down. All right, and is there anything else required for your stay? We have a cook. Oh no, he is a here you would call him a lizard folk, I believe. Don't be fooled by the spikes and scales. He's damn near the best chef around.
Well, I'll definitely give it a shot.
But got those exercise rooms. I've got a room for each of you individually. And she closes her eyes again and focuses for a second. Is there anything else required for your stay?
Do you have the capacity to make a room that would be equipped with the supplies needed for, say, smithing or enchanting?
As far as supplies to enchant with, that is not provided. But as far as a facility for which to smith with, tools, a clean space to work your enchanting. I don't know how much you can get done in a day, but and she holds her hand out again towards the end, and just a little kind of like very light twitches of her fingers, and again that stone on stone.
Right.
And okay.
Oh, is there a common area, like something like where there's like maybe?
Oh yes, we have a lovely sitting room, but that's where Caldania spends most of her time.
Is there a place, like for example, for recreation, kind of like for example, snooker or darts or things of that nature?
Oh, bar games.
I can throw darts at you all day. What are you talking about?
I thought we were already going to exercise.
Not know how to just have fun? Like what the?
It is tons of fun.
Training is fun.
Punching each other in the face is not a great time for everyone.
Oh, you're just not drinking enough Jimothy, Brandon.
New guy.
May I?
Asher is just kind of like, these guys don't know how to just sit and not do anything, do they? Like,
Akira very much knows how to sit and not do absolutely.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. That is a very different thing.
Slayer No seems to always be doing something that would occupy the mind.
All right, a bar and bar area.
No, just a dart target range for him. He'll be fine.
Oh, you can throw darts over the billiard table, and
I feel like I'm being voluntold to be a target. I don't know what's going on.
No, a barroom setting will be perfect to practice close quarters combat. So yeah, let's set it all up. Good idea.
Well, he said we can't hurt anybody. Like we can't actually fall.
Well, the killing is more the thing, but one of the reasons that Caldania has has a very specific restriction. Usually, if she intends to harm somebody, they don't last very long.
Makes sense.
Can we broaden that
So
definition
don't upset her.
to general violence just for the duration of our stay? I don't
General
want to
violence.
train.
That's terribly unfortunate. You shouldn't have incurred such a large debt with us.
That's
Well,
what
goodness. Well, if
Ouch.
Knock is just like, debt? What happened? He's not your helper? He's not. Why is the help here?
We'll just add that to your tab.
Why is the help here?
well,
As I understand it, he was
that-
playing Snooky and they saved him. So
is that all that's required? I
believe so.
Yes.
can change it more when we're inside, but I just want to make sure that
yes,
you are
you're
coming in with the expectations met.
Of course.
So
Everything's sufficient.
looking around, does this like land of area that has been plucked from wherever it is this like normal Exandria kind of place, or is this like Fey? Like what kind of floral stuff am I looking at here?
It does look to be just like grass and ground, but like there is that little bit of where it is night around, there's an effervescence. There's still a little bit of almost like late day twilight to it all. The ground just off the grounds is, has a little bit of the glow meets it, but it doesn't continue on. The trees that you can see in the back, most of them look like apples growing on trees. Nothing oddly vibrant. I mean, they're nice, they're fresh, but they're not like growing extra spikes or
nothing crazy out of the ordinary.
Not like they're growing pumpkins on trees or anything.
I guess Valineth would just inquire if there was a possibility of gathering some like herbs and things like that around here, or if it seems to be like from his glance around, maybe it might be a little sparse in that.
Oh, are you asking that out loud or just looking around?
Yeah, no, he's asking that. I already forgot her name. Was it Diana or something?
Dinah.
At the beginning and the end.
Well, there is an herb garden that is kept by Ono. He well, again, being the chef that he is, he lacks a certain amount of fresh for the things that he does.
I'm thinking more along the lines of making like some potions and whatnot.
Not some of what he makes. Some of what he makes is pretty damn magical. I guess I could put it that way. Anything that you would, anything that you might want of his, and she says that and like looks you in the eyes as if maybe there might be something that you might want of his.
Mm-hmm.
Anything that you might want of his, you will need to ask. As an employee of Gertrude Hunt, Ono is not under the no violence rule.
He can kill you.
Yeah, that's quite understandable. I'll make sure
Mostly
to
because it would
with him first.
be stealing of property and thusly void your protection clause and thusly.
I will make sure I ask him first.
Donna, can I ask you just one last thing? I'm sorry we keep bothering.
No, I am literally here to serve you, as the innkeeper of Gertrude Hunt. This is actually, in fact, what I do.
Well, I was wondering if are the apples out in the back okay to eat, or
Oh, they're fantastic to eat. They are. They
we
are
permitted to eat them, I guess. Is my
Yes, they are part of the accoutrement of the inn. They are freshly grown, as you can see, and they grow to a peakness, and then because of the way Gertrude Hunt's land area maintains itself, they don't grow past being good. There's a reason that the trees are full, because they grow to a point and then they just are. So they should be quite lovely. Anyone that I have snapped off and ate myself has been quite good.
That's rather interesting.
I'm gonna go grab 3 apples and then come back and start munching on the first one.
Flying over, you start munching on the first one, and what's your expectation of this apple?
The best.
To be an apple.
I'm getting a very, like, I don't know,
It's giving
Pink Lady vibe. It's giving Pink Lady.
Yeah,
Tastes like a mango.
There's the crispness and the that little tartness of the Pink Lady apple. Your ideal apple comes through in the taste.
Awesome.
Like the best
I will say,
apple you've
when I
ever
finish,
had.
I am harvesting all the seeds and keeping the seeds.
Absolutely. But as you go inside of this inn, there's the entryway right there in the front, and then as you like peeking through the windows, things look normal. And then once you go through the front door, on a hinge, it has the outer door or it has the outer like screen door and the inner door that leads in. And once you get inside, it is bigger on the inside.
Like the TARDIS.
Mm-hmm.
The city, there's the nice sitting area off to the side, and then beyond that it looks like double doors of a saloon,
Nice.
and leading to another room that is dimly candle lit. Looks like a billiard table. Nice wooden walls. The other direction there's a nice formal dining room. Long table, looks like it could accommodate 25 people at least. Back behind that, you hear someone growling in the kitchen, just kind of chattering to themselves as they are working. And then in front, there's a kind of a grand staircase that goes up and leads left and right up to an upper landing. And around that landing, you see doors.
Doors are here?
Yes, the Doors. They're playing a concert for you, don't you know?
Let's go.
No,
This house is New Orleans.
but
To the other
This
side.
house called the
Every sentence ends with fire. Every sentence ends with fire. You know what rhymes with fire? Fire.
and just 3 doors per side, so 3, 6, 9, 12. And says, hope you enjoy your stay. Let me know if you require anything. That door over on that side, and she points to one, and it has etched in it a set of glyphs. If you know Sylvan, you know that it says innkeeper. And she said, my room is up there. If you require anything, let me know. Otherwise, enjoy your stay. If any of those that are pursuing you currently become local, I will go and politely ask them to leave. If they come, just don't go to any of the windows. Don't go looking out. Don't go showing yourself.
No problem.
I'm going to try and persuade them to leave.
Your hospitality is unmatched.
Thank you very kindly. And then she kind of exhales and then starts unbuttoning the robe. And
Oh God.
I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure the level of formality any of you might have expected. And as she goes to unbutton it, she lets go of the broom, and the broom looks like a little hole in the floor opens to just catch it rather than it fall over. It just into a hole and just zoop, shuts right back up. I wasn't sure how much formality anyone expected, so and she just kind of whips the robe off and kind of folds it over her arm, and it's just kind of like not overly fine clothing, but it's not cheaply made, just kind of common blouse, pants. Just so. Otherwise, if you require anything, just call out wherever you are. Gertrude Hunt will alert me as to being called, and I will see what I can do for you.
Sounds good.
Um,
Time to go talk
Jeremy-
to Ono.
Jeremy, Akira is going to. As Sean will inbox you, what Akira is going to mentally ask, the lady who's just walking away. It's not. It doesn't have to happen here. I just want to let you know that Akira does ask one more thing of them between the two of them.
Just the two of them.
And she very politely just kind of jogs up the stairs, and as she does, she calls out, "Oh no, guests are here. I should ask y'all what y'all wanted. They will let you know what they would like." And she continues running up, and out of the kitchen you hear, "Oh, not giving me a menu again." "Yes, ma'am." And you hear him grumbling. If any of you know Abyssal, it is not kind words that he's grumbling under his breath.
So,
And you said, Sean, that Akira's reaching out mentally, asking her that.
Yes.
As she kind of gets to the top of the stairs after calling out and everything, she'll stop and look towards you and say, and not even say anything. She'll just kind of bow respectfully and nod. And you see her go to the wall, and it looks like she's handwriting a message onto the wall, but it doesn't show as she's handwriting the message, and continues on. And a couple of moments later, you hear Ono just out loud say, "Oh, that's sweet," or sorry, "Oh, that's sweet," and all right, and he sounds like he suddenly stops grumbling and starts, like there is working with purpose, chopping of things and stuff.
Before we get into the exercise or feasting or anything, Slayer would like to try to locate that workshop that was created.
As you go walking forward with that intent, looking around, walking off towards the sitting room, you see around the corner, kind of up closer to the front door side, there is a very, very nice old lady. And I say nice and old with a certain amount of qualification. Here, I'll show you. Actually, like I have Dinah and there we go. Oh, Dinah looks kind of like this. Oh, it's putting her at up close, tiny size. Dinah looks kind of like that.
Aha.
And did I actually load up Caldania? Caldania is. Did I just send that to my? Did I not send that to myself? Here we go.
Oh no.
I'll do it. I'll do it. I got this. I'm a professional and everything.
I am a professional.
I know what I'm doing. Did you say I'm a doctor? I'm a doctor. I know what I'm doing.
I basically am a doctor. I've seen so much.
There it goes. Aha. I'll show it to you guys in chat, and then it'll get on the
I'm not a doctor, but I've watched Scrubs.
it'll get on the screen soon for everybody else.
You're not even an orderly
But-
if you base it on Scrubs.
I'll say
All 9
while
seasons.
old and kind of silver platinum haired, she looks practically smoothed out, perfectly like she's a makeup professional. You know, the showing off her cheekbones, showing off just her perfectly manicured eyebrows, these golden eyes that you swear there's a little bit of that like draconic reptilianness to them almost. Very nice set of jewelry around the ears, on her hands, on her fingers. A nice kind of furred coat. Well, like a furred vest that she's wearing over a very fine dress that kind of goes down to her wrists and kind of flares out a little bit. This kind of pink and or gold stitched with pink base down to her wrist, and it becomes this very nice dress that is more pencil than anything, but it flares out just a little bit. And she's sitting there in the chair, cross-legged, and she looks like she's crocheting, just both with her own 2 hands and 1 mage hand that's kind of helping maneuver things, and it's helping her get some very intricate kind of crochet.
Nice.
The Morticia dress, but bright, like vibrantly pink and gold. Yeah, bro.
I was talking about there.
Yes, I absolutely do know what you're talking about there. Who are you talking to here? My just to put it out there on the internet and live for everybody, my ideal for a romantic relationship is to be the Gomez to a Morticia, and I've got that.
Amen. That should be every man's ideal.
Yeah. But she's sitting there crocheting, and then looks up and, oh, we did get the guests. And as she smiles, she has the right number of teeth, the right shade of teeth. They're bright white, but they are sharp. Every one of them. It like comes to a little bit of a point one direction, the other one matching it goes the other direction. They fit together very nicely, and again, beautifully put together, beautifully shown, but they're very sharp teeth.
Oh, nice.
And what did she say?
She said, "Oh, we did get the guests. Hi."
Bidet.
Hello.
Slayer keeps walking.
And continuing to walk, you walk into the bar area, while not stocked with a lot. There are a few bottles that look like they are of different clear liquors in unmarked bottles. Some of them a little greener, a little purpler, clear completely, shelved up there. Tumblers stacked by the twos there. Around that corner, around where the side of the bar goes behind the bar, there's another door. Going through that door, you see the exercise room as it was as it was asked for, and it looks like a very nicely crafted sets of weights, a long mat matted area that's kind of cushioned to the touch as you give it a quick test of foot. It's soft enough to catch impact, but hard enough to be able to maneuver well on. Going down further past that, there's this kind of split in the path to the back wall. You see beyond there is a very nice kind of long oval swimming pool, probably better part of 100 feet.
Okay.
100 feet long, about 50 feet wide. That's very nicely tiled around it, and it smells like a river delta where the fresh water meets the salt water. It's like the good kind, not the seaweed kind.
Mm-hmm.
And then the door to the left of that, there is a smithing area. The hearth of the forge already lit, but not billowed into blazing heat. There is a set of bellows there. There is an anvil on which a hammer sits on top of. And an area kind of on the opposite side of that room, closer to the door, that is a very fine wooden table. It looks to you the most basic of symbols for transmutation magic, abjuration magic, all the schools etched into it. Almost like a guide for, this is how you start a glyph of this. This is how you start a glyph of this. All the way around the 9 schools of magic.
Excellent. Seems I've found what I'm looking for. Well, with that being found, the work he would like to start setting into place is at least the base glyph work. He'd like to, I'm trying to figure out the best way to do it, and
what is your intention, and I can try and fulfill your intention.
My intention, just outright my intention, is to imbue either Storm's Light or another item with the part of the heroism spell that grants immunity to the frightened condition.
Okay, so that would be an abjuration kind of thing, because it's protection from a thing.
Right.
So,
heroism is actually an enchantment.
Heroism is enchantment. Heroism itself is enchantment, but the school of protection. Well, maybe it'd be enchantment to counter an enchantment.
Right, because it's imbues them with bravery, which makes them immune to being frightened, and they gain temporary hit points equal to the spellcasting modifier, but that's rendered obsolete by my inspiring a leader speech. So,
indeed, it.
So I could just do the whole spell wholesale, and then just not take those temporary hit points whenever they're granted, because you can choose to do that, right? You take the higher of the two.
Correct. You can choose not to take a temporary hit point boon.
Okay, cool.
Easy enough.
So either way, either Storm's Light or another item, because I have a feeling that would require attunement. At least in my mind, you would need to attune to something like that. So that's why I would like to attach it to, perhaps Storm's Light. Possible.
All right, if you're going to use tonight to work on
just
Storm's Light, Yeah, working on the glyph work. Go ahead and we'll make it an intelligent smithing check because it's glyph work, but it's also etching. So
Yeah.
go ahead, throw 3 of those for this night. While you're doing that, who else has intentions for tonight? I heard somebody talking about something.
Valineth was gonna go say hi to Oh No.
Well, going in to go see Ono in the kitchen. As you walk in, the kitchen it's not huge by any means, but it is definitely the kitchen of someone who takes cooking extraordinarily seriously. Very, very clean, very orderly, a place for everything and everything in its place. And then as you walk in, you actually don't see him at first. There's a door open on the side of the room, and kind of glancing in, that room goes on for like the better part of like it's basically like a 500 square foot closet.
Interesting.
All by itself. And in that closet there are food, like all manner of different foods on the shelves, vegetables and fruits and things just like ready to go. A few racks of pans and things just ready to grab and things, and on the very far back of the room, there is a back door that leads out to the back of the house.
Gotcha.
Just outside of that door, because he's cooking, the back door is open and letting air flow. Outside you can see a little square plot of very fertile soil, tilled and growing all manner of herbs. And as he comes out of the closet, there's that little bit of a startle of there's somebody in my kitchen that I did not know was there. But you see this green scaled face, almost a kind of like gecko, but a little bit scaled face, and then on his back, these kind of frill tendrils, spikes coming off from behind his head and all the way down his spine, down his tail, getting smaller from behind the head, kind of big and long, and then getting smaller and smaller all the way down to the tip of the tail. He's not wearing pants or anything. He's actually mostly not clothed, but he has a apron tied onto the front of him, covering any sort of modesty, and that apron is extremely well kept, extremely and like there you can tell. You can again the kind of seriousness with which he takes it. It does have a little bit of embroidery around the sides, just like you can tell that you can tell this man lives in the kitchen and wants to be touched by fine things while he is working in his kitchen.
Understand.
And there's that quick startle, and his pupils dilate quickly and then contract quickly, focusing in on you. And oh, hello.
Hello there. I was told you've got quite an extensive collection of herbs and spices that I might, if you're willing.
Oh, I most certainly do. Come on. What? If you're coming in, I assume you need some food. Are you the one that asked for the dinner?
No, that is not me. But for
All right, and
myself, I would take just about anything you're willing to cook. Honestly, I'm not that picky.
would you take something that's already been cooked? I made some things for Dinah that she did not eat the all of, and I was going to save it for later for her tomorrow. But I'll make stuff fresh tomorrow if I need to.
I mean, as long as I'm not eating something that's already been eaten part of, in a sense, you know.
Well, it's been served off of the platter to a plate. It's not been chewed on. I don't. Who do you think you're with?
Oh my god!
You are with a red cleaver chef.
Manners. Like, oh my god!
Well, the things that I've dealt with in my past, I don't always get the finer things. I'm sorry.
I will not serve you already chewed food.
No.
I do not work with ABC food. Already been chewed food has already been chewed.
All right. Good.
So Val, it's a 4-step process: open mouth, put foot, or 3-step process: open mouth, put foot in mouth, close mouth.
No, not in the circumstances that I've dealt with and whatnot. It's a possibility. It could have been. Who knows? But based on, you know, the looks of this and how fine and everything looks, I really found it hard to believe that would be the case.
Just talking about you putting your foot in your mouth by asking that question.
But yes, and he goes over and sets the pot with it looks like he has a grip of noodles between 2 claws and his thumb claw, and just kind of brings them over and sets them in the pot that he also brought out of the closet. Just kind of sets them there for a moment, and going over to a very tall chest, opens it sideways, and it is cool inside. And he slides out what looks like half of a chicken, already been cooked. Smells lovely, even cold.
So he does serve ABC food. Already been cooked.
No, already been cooked, not already been chewed. There are different ABCs, you see. But he brings out the chicken, brings out a kind of what looks like kind of a green bean casserole kind of thing. Brings out a potato that is like cut already, like half of it's already been cut off, and if you give me a moment, I'll fry up the potato for you, and abandoning the other part, he just kind of starts like reaching for a kind of a quart of oil and a pan, and starts getting ready.
Yes, but again, before you get too far into that, though, those herbs.
Oh well, what are you looking for? What
Honestly, I'm more of.
Do you not trust me to cook for you?
No, I have more than enough faith for that. I was looking more for along the lines because I was told that you might have the different kind of herbs and things that I would use for different potions and things like that of that nature.
Oh, you're an alchemist.
Like for resisting poisons.
An alchemist. Ah, well.
I've been having quite a request from my allies recently, particularly one of them. Really wants something with some poison resist, but help him with that kind of nature. But
resisting poisons. I've had to do that for visiting dignitaries before.
Oh yeah, that is always a fun one.
Here, give me a moment. And he finishing pouring some of the oil into this shallow frying pan, he snaps his finger, and fire like a little kind of in your estimation a produced bonfire kind of thing just kind of under it in the stove area. And I think I know just the thing.
I can do that too.
Yeah, that's why I said it that way. I think you knew how.
It's like,
I think
well,
you knew how.
mine's a druid craft kind of thing that I have that I can just light and snuff things like that as well.
But he walks out the back door, and you see he kind of clenches his hands a little bit, and some of his claws kind of talon out a little bit, and he kind of starts going down the rows. And, all right, and kind of counterbalancing himself, he kind of extends the tail long as he kind of leans out, and you see him just kind of draws his talons down one of the leaves, this kind of beautiful like almost opalescent blue 5-petaled flower that he just kind of snip and pulls 3 blossoms off of, and coming back in, holding them out to you. I can spare 3 of these mist blossoms.
That's
Each one should be adequate for a potion if you have other reagents and things. Do you require a mortar and pestle? I have some for the kitchen.
I do actually have my own. I have my own alchemy supplies and all of that. I've just been running a little low on the different special herbs and things like that. I've been trying to restock on the travels.
If you're not making anything too explosive, you can work on that side of the kitchen. I won't be using it right now.
All righty, much appreciated.
Most certainly.
Is there any other, maybe like some other herbs that I can get my hands on for like the healing properties and things like that as well?
Healing properties.
Let me know if I'm overbounding and overstepping.
Well, no. I'm very excited to share. I know what grows at what rates that I can spare them. You see, I appreciate you asking rather than just going and snipping your own. And as he says that, he goes over to a sink area that has a what looks like a very large spout, and he politely asks for he just says stream, and water starts pouring out of it at a fairly consistent rate for a few seconds, and he uses that to kind of clean his talons, and he actually uses the same talons after quickly washing them to go to the potato and just starts slicing through it 2 by 2, and you notice the precision, like he's cutting them damn near the exact same width all the way down, just in very, very quick movements, and he very just in this kind of practice maneuver, slicing those up, grabbing some salt out of just a little round open salt basin, salting them, rubbing it in, flipping them over, salting, rubbing it in a little bit, and then just drops them into the pan, and then goes back out the back door again. Healing. That would be, and
So
he.
many things.
He.
All the things.
If I give you, and he makes a couple of snipping noises, grabbing some things, and then rhododendron, and sniffs off, and he brings a small collection of these five small blossoms, an assortment. He says, if you muddle these together and let them steep for about let them soak for about a week, you should have a pretty solid healing potion on your hands.
Sounds
Nice.
amazing.
It'll taste much like it smells, and it is a politeness on your senses, a very floral, but not like hit you up your nose floral aroma.
How nice. And so, what am I labeling these as in my inventory?
Essentially, you can for each of those things, you can take the potion, one of each of the three potions of poison resistance and the potion of greater healing, and just label them as components for potion of this, potion of that, and they are very specifically like with a little bit of extra reagents that you would have in your alchemy supplies. You would be able to cook those up using a little bit of time, but you definitely could do it.
Indeed.
And Doomerin, as the night wears on for you, you are getting pretty far. I'll do them in reverse. You kind of start with the drawing, and it kind of gets a little off, and you kind of notice how it gets a little off, and kind of rub some of the markings off, and eventually just kind of start using your own prestidigitative power to just like, all right, it goes like this, and just start marking out the runes, and start etching away, just a very, very polite sets of ting ting ting, saving some of the mithril from that, shavings here and there to keep. It's going pretty good. For you, Valineth, go ahead and make. Are you cooking anything tonight, or trying to cook anything tonight? Getting something started cooking tonight?
Yeah, may as well, especially since I was offered an area to do work as well, without having to set up my own stuff. Granted, I'll probably use some of my own stuff,
Well,
things that he doesn't have.
Like setting your own stuff up in his area.
In the space.
He offered that.
Yeah, so definitely probably end up setting up shop and crafting what I can. I don't know exactly what the time frame's on for each of the things, but I would probably prioritize the poison ones first.
All right, prioritizing poison. Rock some alchemy checks while we're in the middle of that. Who else had things going?
I do have something as well.
Yes.
I would also like to speak to Ono after.
All right. Well, he's going to be in there for a bit. So. I'm fine him being in there when I have my conversation. I just don't want to interrupt his conversation with it. Easy enough. And Nyack, as you enter the kitchen, you actually see Ono bringing over what looks like a warmed up kind of fried up slab of chicken. The center, this very nice kind of crispy topped green bean casserole, and then the other side these 6 slices of potato that are salted and fried, and he sits it there, and you come around the corner, quiet as you do, and he again kind of startles, just, what? Another guest. Good. All right.
Apologies.
Focus on your work, don't you?
Well, yes, but also your friend does not make noise when he walks.
I heard him.
Yeah, something that. Anywho, oh no.
He glances that little bit of, okay, now you're on my list, but then goes back to Nyack.
Be my friend.
Oh no, correct.
I thought we were homies. You. No.
I was wondering if there were some parts of things you weren't necessarily using that I could possibly procure from you.
Uh, uh, parts of what precisely? And he will actually totally air your business because he does not have that kind of propriety. Your friend asked me for some antitoxins and some healing herbs, which again happy to give. He is still polite if bad at keeping secrets. Uh, but I don't know what other good I would be able to give you unless it is food related. Which also coming in, you would notice that there is a pot of noodles boiling, a sauce that looks like there are shreds of chicken already in boiling. This kind of red herbed sauce.
Mhm. Well, actually, it is food related. Can I just name off some items, and you could tell me if you may have some that you're willing to spare?
Sure.
I'm sorry. I guess I should explain. My mother used to make this salve when I could rub it on my chest when my stomach got upset, and teleporting over here, my stomach wasn't feeling too good, and I've been teleporting all day.
It's the worst, isn't it? I have to brace myself every time we move planes.
Oh yeah, I completely understand where you're coming from.
Somewhere new guy echoes throughout the hall.
But anywho, so she used to make this salve, and it would calm down my stomach some. Do you have any cherry pits?
Cherries.
The salve.
We have, I don't have
Or any kind of pitted fruit, peaches, not mangoes, plums.
Plums we do have. Peaches we do have. Avocados, those I don't think I've thrown out. And he, you just want the pits though?
Yes, there's specifically on stone pits. I don't think avocado would work. There's chemicals in there that when you mortar and pestle down and you let sit, it really helps with indigestion issues when you rub it on your chest and you're breathing it in and all.
No, it does not.
He's making a Vicks.
It is actually quite poisonous to do that. There's a reason that people don't normally eat those.
It's poisonous for ingestion. I'm not intending to ingest it.
He's just going to rub it on his chest.
Okay then. And just like there's that moment where he just processes it and he's just okay then. If you're working alchemy with it. He goes over to the trash bin and again just two claws extend into talons, and he kind of spears two avocado pits, and in case it could help, and he deposits them in kind of a little bowl, and goes in and grabs a couple of plums, a couple of peaches, and brings them out. And do you want them sliced for consumption, or should I slice them and save them for later?
Oh, I'll definitely eat them. I've just been planning on holding up my third apple that I'm in the middle of chewing. I've just been eating fruit tonight. I can definitely eat that for you. You don't have to worry about saving it for later.
I've not met an owl folk that was particular towards fruits. Most that I have met have been a little more. And he smiles with his own set of sharp teeth. Meaty eaters.
Oh, I do love some good meat, but I've started on my fruit tonight, so I figured I'd just stick with the theme.
I am glad that you are more omnivorous. I too have a more refined palate than those that I come from. There's a reason that I stay with Dinah rather than my home.
I completely understand. My father used to just insist we have raw rats at least once a week, and I could not stand.
Oh my gods, yes.
I prefer some cooking on my food usually, and some greeneries and some fruitage, you know. But anywho, do you have any tomato or rhubarb leaves? While I have you,
I have both, in fact. There are. I'd have to pluck the tomato leaves from tomatoes already growing, but rhubarb leaves, I can just pick them off of the rhubarb that I am keeping, and goes and slashes a few off and brings you a small, thin handful.
you, my friend, have been the greatest of helps. I'm sorry for inconveniencing you.
Oh, not an inconvenience at all. And like, as he says "at all," you can tell like he's keeping time in his head, because it's like he's mid conversation and then snaps, looks over, and goes to go and continue like stirring. He takes the noodles off and streams them through a colander and calls for another stream from the sink, and it for a few seconds and kind of quick cools the noodles. And
I'm gonna gather what he gave me, and the fruit slices, and start munching on the fruit slices after also harvesting those apple seeds. From the third apple, we'll walk into the bar, mortar and pestle it all together, then add that slurry, I guess would be what it would be called, into 4 vials. And
well,
then,
start doing your tools check for that. That is definitely poisoner's tools.
Hey, don't be so loud.
Yeah. No. Everybody else can know. The characters won't know.
Yeah. Akira is nowhere near what you're doing.
Oh gosh. I have to pick it up.
But my perception is quite good.
Okay, so poisoner's tools, would that just... What's the skill check?
Intelligence or wisdom, your choice, and then make it proficient.
My 2 dump step.
Pick the least dumpy of them. Ha.
Oh wait, no, my wisdom's better. Okay, I'm just gonna roll insight because that's proficient for me. So
cool, we can do that.
So Jeremy, how'd those rolls go for those 3 potions? I'm assuming
well, with those rolls, you can get all 3 potions started. The trick there is that it does take the better part of a week for those to steep properly and properly chemicalize for your for
nice
your
word. Nice word.
Nayak, dos más, por favor.
But if anything,
3.
I've gotten them started, so they just need to cure, essentially.
Yeah, they essentially just need to cure.
Then, from my understanding, it was the same thing with the other ones.
Yeah, if basically tonight you'd be able to get everything started for the poisons or for the anti-poisons.
Gotcha.
Now for the exact opposite.
Well,
and specifically, I'm gonna like soak them in alcohol as well. Like grab one of the clear liquors from the bar and soak them in that after grinding them up.
As you using the alcohol to assist and try and help and mashing and all of that, you haven't worked with this low of tech in a while. Like you've had things at your disposal before that you can actually like work with and put together. You're kind of homemaking this. and after a few hours of work, you taste it, and it does not taste right for what you are trying to do. But at the end of it, you realize that you've made this almost sangria, but also vodka. And it's like it's a very tasty liquor kind of thing.
Strongest punch ever.
Yeah, it's like a really strong punch, and you know, like it's pleasant enough to the palate that if you were trying to get someone super drunk super fast, it's not quite Jimothy, but it is more concentrated than it started out as.
Okay, so not harmful per se, but
yeah, it's not harmful in the doses that you would want, but it's pleasant enough that if you were trying to get someone drunk quickly to take them off of their game, you totally could. And it's pleasant enough that it would probably encourage somebody to drink more of it, lower their inhibitions a bit.
Like a wine cooler that's really strong.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was going for.
A really strong wine cooler.
So like Four Loko, or
yeah, kind of almost Four Loko, where you forget how gross it is while you're drinking it.
Four Loko changes a man.
It really does.
Dude,
it does.
Especially the watermelon one.
But yeah, you can custom item that in your inventory as a bottle of Four Loko.
I will definitely put it in.
No, you just created Four Loko. You created Fantasy Four Loko.
Fantasy Four Loko.
Oh no! Now he's gonna start having to come out with different flavors.
Yeah, I need a passion fruit one by the end of next year.
This one is plum, rhubarb, tomato.
It's fruit punch.
Yeah, it's basically
fruit punch. It's fruit punch.
Fruit punch you into tomorrow is what it is.
It's hard V8.
Yeah, hard.
The hard
V8. Hard. It had a V8.
Nyack's hard V8.
Oh
hard
man.
V8.
Indeed.
Oh,
well done.
One question though.
Yes.
Would this be able to be strengthened later to where I want it to be?
Would anything be able to be strengthened later if you focused in more on it?
That is very true.
I mean, if you just leave it alone, I feel like it'd ferment even. Shit.
You could
Yeah,
leave it
right.
Yeah, it's definitely a good starter.
Like that's.
Put a little hibiscus
Question:
in there.
if we go into the Feywild for 15 minutes, then come out and it's 15 years, does that ferment the thing 15 years, or has it still only been 15 minutes?
There's only one way to find out.
Leave it in the
Yeah,
the
I
main
know.
thing.
Yeah, I'm just
Really hidden really well.
I'm just
You gotta
being a
stash it on the
jackass.
material plane. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be
And you
nice
have to
if
make
it would
sure
work
there's
that way though.
Put it in an old oak tree hollow.
Oh, do what not did.
Precisely.
To it knocked it? What?
And I guess we have. Well, that was 1, 2, 3. Now, Asher / Knock, the both of you. What would each of them be doing?
I mean, basically Asher would be trying to find some way to have some recreation. He's looking for that game room with the bar games and all that kind of stuff, and he would concentrate there essentially. Knock, however, is probably running somewhere. He's probably running around, given the fact that he hasn't had strength for the past Like he hasn't had like for the past however long it's been at least
4 or 5 days.
It's been at least
His
almost a week,
legs.
Yeah,
His
legs
legs.
again.
He's got
Yeah,
legs again.
yeah.
Like Brandor lost their legs, you know?
Yeah.
You lost your legs. Now you've got your legs.
When your legs don't work. Oh, I couldn't even finish that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, and so like Nock with newfound strength and everything is just kind of like, I think I just want to run, and so he would just be like doing laps. He'd just be like basically doing some running and jumping and everything, like enjoying his youthful strength once again.
Finds the gym room, does some
Totally
parkour
makes
off
sense.
the equipment.
That
Yeah,
that
I'm-
seems in
Running.
character.
I'm running on a treadmill nonstop. I'm just like, oh my gosh, and I'm cranking up the speed to see how fast I can go.
Is there a treadmill?
And
Well, it would be taking laps around the acres.
Yeah.
and if anybody were
Probably the
watching-
trees.
And if anybody were watching, they would notice that I'm actually significantly faster than I was before.
Oh, it's not
Oh.
leveled.
Yeah, he's doing laps faster than he used to.
And you know what? Since in game Luca is going to be sick as well, so the dinner is postponed for now. Akira will actually join. Will actually see Nock running, and not only do their best to catch up to him, but then also hold the staff back out to him, like he's back. My tour of duty is done. I was only keeping until Nock came back.
You go to reach out to give it back. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Bum, bum.
Dum, dum, do, 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 dum. DMCAA.
It says no. Hey.
Wow.
There's
Look at that.
there's the tiniest bit of mental resistance of like you have your internal goodwill, and then in touching the staff to reach it out, like your arm tenses for just a half second of like, maybe I shouldn't do this, and then you almost immediately shake it off like, why wouldn't I?
Yeah, Nock, here's your staff back. You're back. You're probably gonna need it.
we do our laps or whatever, and then we finally like get to the point where, and you're reaching out with that staff, and I'm like, I'm not quite sure that it's something that I'm meant to take back at this moment. It found its way to you through me, but it found its way to you. Don't you think you could use it?
Well, since I have you here, did it talk to you?
I'm sorry?
The staff. Did it talk to you?
No, not to my knowledge.
It has a voice.
I don't know if
Narc.
you're forgetting, Bearded. I don't know if you're forgetting, but it totally did.
No, I remember whenever Frostbeard died, I heard something. But I didn't associate.
There was another time before that. I remember.
He members.
Jeremy, remind me.
Member berries.
That's up to you whether you remember it, but it did happen.
Okay, I couldn't remember. I remember.
I didn't know if it was a Beardy thing or if it was intentional, but I just wanted to.
That would definitely be a thing that if that happened, then that happened. But I can't remember. I know there was a point whenever Frostbeard died, and
That's chill.
or
That's
at
totally
least-
chill.
and we heard the name. I heard a voice in my head after that. I just associated that with like something involving the curse. So I didn't associate that with the staff whatsoever. But
Totally valid.
I don't remember. Jeremy, what did the staff say to me?
It mocked you.
Well, yeah. One of the times it told you to get your shit together,
Yeah.
and one of the times it kind of laughed at your misfortune.
Yeah. It mocked you.
Okay. Now, see, I don't think that. I remember something about that, but I don't think that Nock ever associated those with the staff. He may have just
Thought he was going crazy.
Internalized it.
Yeah, it may just thought it had something to do with the curse because the voices didn't start till after the curse, right?
You tell me.
Remember that happening before?
It did happen before. It did.
It did? Okay, see, I don't remember that. Anyway, Beardy doesn't
That's
remember, but Nock would, and he would just say, like, in that response, he would have said, so it spoke to you. You know, there was a few moments where I thought something may have happened, from the staff, but I don't know. I guess I just wrote it off and I didn't think anything of it. So it's been speaking to you, I'm assuming, in much more detail.
No, it just kind of said one sentence to me. Pretty much told me I had inherited whatever it was you were. I thought I kind of thought you were bestowing a responsibility upon me. You know, very used to taking on these things on. So I thought maybe it needed a guardian, or so maybe we should look into what this. I'll look into what this is. You have.
I think it might be best if, until we find out what the origin of the voice might be, we probably shouldn't either possess this item. Maybe not. I don't know. The reason
Ask it questions and find out.
Yeah, the reason I'm concerned is because usually when items speak to the wielder, it's not of a
What's the worst that can happen? At least our track record with weapons speaking to you isn't benevolent. Like,
right, it's been okay.
Frostbeard's mace, yeah, that spoke to us. It was like, hey, use me. Do evil things. Not really, but
The staff has not told me to do anything evil.
I know. And I don't think the mace actually did either. I'm just being exaggeratory.
Anyway, so yeah, that's my response pretty much, is like, if it's speaking to you and it's possibly something of a malevolent entity, then
It's
might.
kind of hard to tell what it is, to be honest. It hasn't done anything bad or anything good. It's just been a staff, and I've used it a few times, and it's been helpful.
Just talk to it.
Don't just talk to it.
I'm hearing more voices.
You see, this is see, you two are the guys with the puzzle box from Hellraiser. They get messed up. I'm the guy that sees the puzzle box and be like, hell no,
Not happening.
I'm going back downstairs to the rave.
What you should
Sean,
do now.
Sean. Yeah, it's okay for you to say white people shit.
I want it on the record. I said, don't just talk to it.
I want it on the record that I was going to just suggest that now that you've discovered that it didn't talk to Nox so much, and that maybe it shouldn't be talking, that you should maybe take it to the last guy who handled the talking evil weapon and see what he can find out about it.
Well, I mean, it hasn't said anything evil, but I was going to definitely
Just say.
bring it up
All
at some
talking
point.
weapons are inherently evil. It just means that it's a high chance. It is a high chance.
Have you ever met a good
You know a guy,
fucking-
though, is all I'm saying. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
Have you ever
And we
heard
can
of,
also-
have you ever heard of a sort of vague warning? It like every day at dawn it tells you something bad might happen today, and then when something bad happens, it goes, "I warned you."
Well, in the end game, Akira is going to say, I'll have pretty much the Indiana Jones answer. I'll get it looked at by some top men.
What belongs in the museum?
It belongs to the museum, that too.
I think
It
it
belongs to
belongs
the
in a.
museum.
Man.
I think it belongs in its own personal demi-plane for now.
Well,
Hint, hint.
I will handle this because right now it hasn't done anything bad, and so and I will handle it the way Akira will handle it, not the way Sean's other characters would.
right.
So
Yeah.
so there's that. This
Character
is not-
actors, not player actors.
Exactly. So while Sean would probably do all sorts of things to get it examined, Akira is not heavy into the arcane like that. So they will probably slowly bring it up after keeping watch on it. But
Yeah.
okay.
Speaking of arcane, have we run it by Slayer? He's actually quite skilled in the arcane.
I mean, I'll definitely bring it up to him.
But yeah, until then, it might be best to possibly, well, for lack of a better term, ignore it for now.
It doesn't say anything. It does. It said that one. It said that one thing.
There's
Like,
no
I'll
more
see-
crossing say.
I'll get
See-
to anything. There is
see,
no
you
war
know.
bossing.
So, all right. Akira will sheath it and continue to run laps with you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And what's your running speed?
45.
Okay. So you're about 10 behind me. So
Damn, you're faster than Slayer.
You
now.
got mobile,
Jelly.
didn't you?
I took mobile.
It's nice. It's real nice.
I was already fast AF,
It is
and
so
now
good.
I'm fast AF.
I can tell you next ASI, I'm still getting Nyack mobile.
No,
Imagine having mobile in my different forms as well.
and then after the workout, Akira will go see what Asher is doing at the bar.
Absolutely trying to play darts.
I was going to go see Asher too, but yeah.
Well, you are
They're
going.
near
You
Asher
are
making
seeing,
poison.
yeah, yeah. You're there concentrating booze while Asher's in throwing darts.
Well, I'd like to point out, as soon as you started asking for pits, I knew what you were up to
Okay. And
because I had to step away from stream, but I was
What-
watching stream and I
I'm out of
heard you asking
context
for
on this one.
pits.
What does pits mean in this case? Like, what does it entail?
like fruit pits.
It's
Like fruit pits,
Well,
like
no,
fruit- like
There's a
bone
reason
fruit
that we
pits.
don't eat fruit pits,
Yeah.
and it's because
Yeah.
a lot of them
understand what
contain
pits are.
cyanide.
I mean, like, what are they used for?
They
making
produce
cyanide.
arsenic with
Making
poison.
cyanide.
Oh,
Oh yeah, cyanide. Sorry, they produce arsenic and cyanide. Some of them do. Some of them only produce cyanide.
they
Apple
produce
seeds
Old
also
Lace?
produce arsenic.
Yeah.
And tomato
Arsenic
leaves
and Old
have
Lace.
bracatotoxin, I believe. So yeah, they're all poisons.
Just get some castor beans.
Which is why we don't eat the pits. As
Indeed.
people.
Or the leaves of tomatoes. Or apple seeds.
Yeah, I figured when you asked for those things too, I was like, those probably are poisons as well.
I was actually in
Yeah, I was trying to find food-related things that were poisonous, and those are the ones I came up with. There are some more, but I didn't want to bother it too much.
I can't hear arsenic without finishing it and Old Lace in my head because
No, me neither. That's why I said it.
that's why I said the same thing. But I was in a production of Arsenic and Old Lace because I could do the Peter Lorre voice. So
Nice.
I played Dr. Einstein in the stage.
But,
Yes.
yeah, when I do get done, Asha,
Yeah, what's up?
would you come taste this?
You made a drink? Is this alcoholic?
Yes.
will say
Highly. Do not. Only a sip. Only a sip. I want to keep this. I've made it. I want to keep it. Only a sip, but please taste it.
Yeah, sure. I really shouldn't, but for some reason I trust this bird.
Rules for self-control.
Yeah, I would say, do you only take like a quick sip, or do you?
Do as he says. I just do like a little sip.
Just pounds the whole thing like
Yeah.
That's what I was
That
waiting
is the
Yeah,
quickest
right,
way
I
to get
drank the whole
a
thing.
talon. It's the quickest way to get a talon punch to the throat.
Right.
You won't feel it later.
Talon punch? Do you mean a stab? Because
Sorry to say that's called killing someone.
yeah, it's called stabbing someone in the throat. That's
That's
that
just-
is your
there's no
bag.
other way
But I'm
around
just
that.
saying. But
Hey, I said talon punch for reasons.
indeed. So taking a quick nip of it, like it looks like it started clear, but now has a kind of like murky brownness to it.
Yeah.
But then taking a
Get this
sip
from the
of it,
bathroom.
No, of course not, friend.
This kind of cloudiness as you bring it up close to your nose, there are notes of fruitiness to it. And then taking a quick nip of it, it's like if gin were tangy.
Oh.
and it's that little just it's a certain amount of overwhelming, but then like it finishes with a sweetness. It's pretty nice.
Okay. That's pretty good. Is there any
Basically like the stages of atomic warhead, but only in like a fraction of a second.
Like it's a little intense for a second there, but it's okay. Like, I mean, it finishes off nice. Is there any specific reason why you want me to taste? Did you make like a concoction out of nowhere? Like, do you just all of a sudden want to be a mixologist? What's going on here?
Oh, it's just something I'm trying to figure out at the moment. Thank you. And I'm gonna cork it and throw it in my
Drops
bag.
dead.
Am I supposed to pull my left side after I'm done drinking it?
That's a good note. Thank you for telling me that. And I'm gonna scribble a little note in my notebook.
I go to wave, but my arm doesn't go up, so I just.
Akira will come in as Asher is awkwardly waving his arm and just kind of like blank stare at you and just go, "New guy."
Which one?
You.
Oh, okay.
Directly at you.
I'm just saying there's two new guys in this room.
Akira will take a seat at the bar and see what's going on. Pretty much this is their awkward attempt at being social because they have zero charisma. Because
Which means you have a normal human amount of charisma.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Luca is 6, so I'm just gonna plop. I guess I'll sit next to Ro. I'll sit next to Nyack.
You're sitting next to two people with maxed out charisma. This is your only issue there.
I mean, I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to be. They're trying to be social. That's it. They're like not trying to. They're not gonna try and convince you guys to train.
Down the way, y'all are hearing a slow, careful but consistent and light ding, 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 ding.
Akira's so used to that noise; they've heard it their whole life. They don't even pay it any attention.
Doesn't even register.
Doesn't even register.
Well, hey there, friend. What you been up to this evening?
Running laps with Nock. Training.
Fun.
Is he enjoying his new legs?
He seems to be. Seems to be. He's run around like a cat with the zoomies.
That was a bit of a trip to see that happen right in front of my eyes. So.
I can tell you, Asher. I can tell you. I don't know about you, but I sure like his new legs.
I know someone who used to talk just like that.
It's reminding someone.
Who might that be, friend?
You never heard of him. He's a bum.
Well, I don't know. I may have heard of him. I've traveled quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's okay. He's my brother. I'm just giving him a hard time because he's not here.
But I feel like he knows in spirit, you know?
Oh, he probably can sense it.
You all, wherever you are, hear as a small hole opens up in the wall, just maybe golf ball size, and you hear a very polite but curt whisper of, "Everyone on your best behavior, please. There are people approaching the inn."
That'd be nice.
Akira was in kind of like a more relaxed outfit, but now that they've changed, they hit the button on the glamour and change clothes.
Just tug and think of
Yeah, the current the current outfit, the purple with the
Oh,
hammer
yeah,
and
yeah,
yeah. So yeah, they
yeah,
changed
right.
into
Oh, yeah.
that.
I forgot about my shift weave, and so like I'll tug on
Same,
my
same here.
tug on my vest, and then it's just a choker and my vest and nothing else. I'm like, God, that's the wrong one. Okay, so
like cho- choker, vest, banana hammock.
sure.
I was gonna
thinking
say
that,
when I
you know.
when I entered the inn, I had shifted to my suit. I'm gonna shift back to my leathers.
Everyone's constantly shifting their clothing. Slayer's still in the same dirty, gritty,
almost naked.
fucking.
No, he's not almost naked. He's wearing armor. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
You've been-
I'm in half plate.
I keep
You've
on
been pressed to
picturing.
digitized a few
Oh.
times though.
Oh,
Yeah.
something I've been meaning to mention. He has sort of like made his own sort of like ascot that he's wearing to sort of like cover that little bit of dust from the Fae that he squished that pokes out over the top of his armor. So he's just got,
yeah.
he's just got something tied there. now.
I've forgotten about that.
Yeah, because he noticed that Satyr react to it a little bit.
True.
And then, as being able to look out the little saloon doors there that lead to the city room that leads to the front entryway, y'all see Dinah coming down, and just this time kind of loosely wearing the blue robe over things, and just having the cowl up very casually, and she walks up to the front door, and just kind of a mage hand quick conjuring, and pulls the door latch, and as it opens up, she begins doing her charming thing. It sounds like 4 guards. You hear horses whinnying outside, and very much interrogating her as to whether there are, whether she's seen the description of Knock, whether she's seen eagles flying by, seen anything like that.
Not can be anybody now though, so even better.
Yay!
And they didn't see the rest of us, so even better.
Mm-hmm.
And as she kind of stands there stonewalling, it is Nyack. You put on an icky sweet southerner kind of thing sometimes. This is that. This is the sweetest, most kind. We're just a polite little bed and breakfast, and this normally isn't here. I'm a very powerful mage. We just stopped off here. No, I haven't seen anybody. No, you cannot enter my home. And just very politely talking your way around it, and kind of like actually exiting and shutting the door behind her, walking around outside and kind of pointing to the trees in the back, being like, "Do you see any giant eagles out here?" Like, and just like she walks them around, and very very politely, just kind of just absolutely pulling all the bullshit out, and all
Bless
that.
her
No,
heart. She's doing
only giving up as much information as she has to. It's not that she's lying. It's that she's definitely telling the precise truth that needs to be known about this and about that. And
Which is the best kind of truth.
Exactly, and
She's being technically right.
yeah, after walking them out back, and then picking a few apples off the trees with her mage hands, and or with her mage hand, and feeding them to the horses, and would you gentlemen like some as well? And she plucks them down and gives each of them an apple as well, and thanks for stopping in. Sorry I didn't see anybody, and kind of escorts them back to the edge of the inn's land, and y'all take care. Hope you find what you're looking for. And at this point, it is the better part of early morning dawn, like the pre-dawn of the sun coming up on the horizon. Or, it is approaching the horizon, hasn't quite come up yet, and they go to rush off, and in kind of this, keeping some of the mysterium, just bye now, and then just vaporizes and appears back inside the inn, and you hear her exhale, just
What is that? 3rd level gaslight?
Yeah. Upon seeing that, Akira will switch back to their more relaxed gear again. They're like, okay.
And she appears in the entryway, and y'all actually, if you're not watching the entryway, you hear her step. She steps into the bar area and says, "Fuck, I need a drink. It is exhausting trying to lie."
Oh, can I pour that drink for you? Akira.
Here.
Akira's gonna go behind the bar.
Donna,
Absolutely.
I must say you did wonderfully. You did so wonderfully with that.
I was really nervous. I don't love hurting people, but I'm always afraid whenever I have to lie, that I'm gonna eventually have to hurt people.
I understand your concern.
We
Your accent is also quite a wonderful one.
We really appreciate your help. And Akira gives them pretty much a 16-ounce glass of tequila because they don't know anything about drinks.
Full on. And you give that to her, and she looks at it. She looks at it for a second, and then you see her kind of do a quick little prestidigitative kind of cross along the side of the glass, and a little red kind of shoots through it to flavor it a little bit. And she doesn't chug the thing because she does know what she have. She does know what she has here, and takes a good solid ounce off the top of it, just, and sets it down and just.
Asher sees you pour that size or get that size of drink for her, and I need you to take care of my drinks from now on. I like
Akira grabs another 16-ounce glass and and some whiskey, and it's just like.
Oh goodness. Oh.
You have a bright future as a mixologist. And I look point over to Nyack. I'm like, this is who you should be talking to.
Well,
And
I look at it like this. That stuff that Slayer has reeks, but also does the job. So I figure, if I just give you enough that smells like the beginning of Jimothy, the rest will take care of itself.
Now that I've had Jimothy, this barely touches it. You know what?
What is this Jimothy you're talking about?
Akira is going to hop over the bar and run to Slayer.
Which brings me to my actual next point. First off, I don't know when you fucking did this, Jeremy, but at some point you gave a charge to my cord choker that does the thing.
God, it took you a minute.
Yeah.
How long?
So I wanted to thank you.
I'm not gonna admit to fucking anything, man.
That I don't know when that happened. I just noticed it though. But I also just noticed it only says attack rolls, though I can't actually use it for what I wanted it to. But that's fine.
Fair.
But anyway, at a certain point, the little ting 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 tings trailed off into what could only the sound that could only be equated to someone sawing logs.
Nice.
Because as has been noted, it is the wee hours of the morning, and Slayer did a lot of flying as a bird,
This is true.
among other
And
things.
so,
Slayer is sound asleep at this point.
yeah, so you run through and you see, and again, Akira, your mind, you saw this place from the outside.
Just like
Yeah, you saw this place from the outside. There is far too much bar for how much gym there is, and then especially when you get to the far side of the gym and you see the pool, there is obviously far too much space in this place for what is outside the walls. But then you look around and you see exactly what you think you're hearing. Just Slayer curled up asleep, pack under his head and sleeping on the floor
I
of
was
a
going to
workshop.
ask, is he using an
I would
anvil
actually-
as a pillow?
no, I would actually say he's probably like on the whatever work surface he was like working on. He's just like face on the table,
all the way,
probably like
yeah.
slumped to his knees, like because he's tall enough that he could just like slump on his knees and just face to the table.
Gotcha. Akira is
Kids
going.
can sleep like that. I wish I could sleep like that.
Okay, so you would have fallen asleep like that, but
Okay.
then
But
like
then-
the chair itself would have like widened a little bit to like come up under you and actually like balance you a little bit, almost like the inn itself kind of make sure that you're not uncomfortable at least.
Yeah. Well, he's mastered that sleep anywhere, trait.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it's definitely more comfortable now.
Akira is going
Appreciate it.
to walk slowly up to where your face is and like lay their head so you guys are almost face to face, but not like not kiss close, and then start saying in your brain, Slayer, 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 Slayer.
He's out.
Doom Slayer,
He is done, my dude.
Doom Slayer, Doom. Do I see the Jimothy?
Yeah, packs on the ground.
Akira's gonna be like, "Fuck, okay." They're gonna take out a little script, slip of parchment, and say, "Took 2 glasses of Jimothy. Tell me what I owe you," and then like put it under your jaw, so it can stick to your saliva from the table.
Right, and then instead of having a note, I'll have a ink tattoo temporary on my chin.
That'd be great.
If it's
And,
arcane, it could be
No, but this
permanent.
is all in the moment. Akira did not think about that.
and you know that he has like the brewing sack, and then he has like the little wine skin that is
Yeah,
kind
the
of
wine skin.
served to everybody else.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
I'm going for the wineskin, and I take it around and I pour a shot of Jimothy for everyone.
You
because
you
it's
know
not-
how much Jimothy works.
Yeah, I know. I've been around Jimothy for a while now. So yeah, I pour everyone a
guess
shot
I
of
shouldn't
Jimothy,
have been.
and then I just say to future travels.
Around this time of the morning, his name is Valineth. Valineth, you would have been able to be done with your stuff and there if you wanted to.
Oh yeah, I mean, I was going like just
get you some Jimothy.
just those 3 potions, I'm assuming.
Yeah, just getting those 3 potions started for the night.
Yeah, that would be like at that point. Then Valineth would be making his way to his room to go and do his meditating for 4 hours before getting.
All
back to
right,
it.
so, doing the good sleep.
Mhm.
As yeah, those of you who are present, definitely get your Jimothy on. It's time.
Yeah, I did a shot glass. I don't know if that changes.
It's just a DC 13.
Yeah, DC 13.
Oh,
Con save.
I finally failed. I have been getting lucky on Jimothy save, so
Not gonna. I'll just do a quick D20. I know how good Asher is. It's Asher gets a little dunk. And for Dinah, I don't even need to roll a die. At least at this point.
Her con's just a little too high.
One might say. She's pretty damn good. And she swirls it for a second, kind of sees how like slow the swirl is, and just like, this seems deeply inadvisable. And she kind of looks over her shoulder.
oh no, this is not a good decision.
But I did already get rid of the guards for tonight. And she slurps it down, and you see her kind of like as she takes it down, there's that little bit of like her eyebrows going up because she feels it. Whether she can take it or not is not the question. She feels it nonetheless. But there is that little bit of like, she kind of like licks the rim a little bit of the glass to kind of clean it off a little bit, and just like,
Oh. Well then.
That's fucking wild.
Then why don't you chase it with this? And I'm going to pour her a shot of my concoction.
And you go to reach for another. Don't waste. And she slides it over. She did encourage a new glass other than the 15 more ounces of tequila in that. But
Happily poured.
I'll wash out this glass with yours.
Of course.
And
I just want to see how she reacts to this.
And then chasing it and basically mixing a little bit of the ode to Jimothy in with that, and just kind of slurps it down. Would that bring it high enough? Not quite. Not quite high enough for her to need to roll. But she does. It is an excellent chaser, shall we say? And she takes it down and like actually holds it in her mouth for a minute and kind of swirls it around. That is a surprising kind of. Sorry, I lost the voice. That is a surprising kind of twist. What'd you do to that vodka?
Well, see, I was trying to make my mother's old salve for motion sick or teleportation sickness. It didn't quite work out, but it's vodka.
You get sick from teleporting?
Yeah, he does.
I coughed up the pellet. Anywho,
all the time.
You and Ono both. I don't understand it. I mean, I try to be careful about it and not be all weird with it, but.
But anywho, it is vodka with pestled apple seeds, peach and plum pits, and rhubarb and tomato leaves.
And looking at you, you hear her. You hear her say a few words. Do any of you recognize Elvish?
Nope. That's a good question.
See, I would,
Maybe
but
the
I'm not
elf.
there.
Yeah.
Is Sylvan close enough to count it?
How far away is the bar from my room?
Nope.
Actually, a ways. Your room is upstairs and door closed.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Is
But-
Sylvan close enough to catch some of it?
It's close. It's close enough to understand the inflection that there is a question.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Smile
like
and laugh. No.
and then kind of seeing the little bit of recognition in your eyes, she actually switched to Sylvan and do you understand how to speak Sylvan?
That I do in Sylvan.
And then does anybody else understand Sylvan as she says it out loud?
Not at all.
Okay. You do realize you were brewing something extraordinarily poisonous, yeah?
I do. But as I said, I got the potencies wrong for the salve, which kind of in this case rendered it inert.
I'd say you did.
I do recognize that it could have been poisonous. But I did test it on our
it's good for
green friend over there.
It's good for what it's good for. But
That it is.
as long as you knew what you were doing and you're not actively trying to poison people, I am all right.
Scout's honor. I'm not trying to actively poison anyone in your establishment.
Just making sure.
I promise.
There's that little bit for those of you who aren't understanding the words. There's that little bit of like she's kind of eyebrow up and kind of trying to put on a bit of a smile to it, but Nyack, you know that she's putting a knot on a little bit, trying to make sure to not. Whereas Ono has no secret filter at all. She definitely does. And well then, that's certainly enough for me. And I was, in fact, staying up tonight just to try to make sure that things were taken care of. Things are taken care of, and I am fucking tired. So, with all the kindness I can extend to you, please don't do anything too exciting for the next 6-7 hours. I'd appreciate it. Otherwise, enjoy your stay.
We appreciate your hospitality. I'm actually gonna go check up on Luca and probably go to bed myself. Nyack, Asher, it was a pleasure. Dina,
Oh, I'm
thank you.
going to sleep as well.
Dina, thank you.
Dinah, that's all right though.
Dinah, sorry. Thank you.
No, some people get it wrong. It's all right.
I returned the wine satchel to where it was. I also removed the note that was there to where it's not sticking to his face and where it's kind of where he can read it when he wakes up. But I also leave a carafe of water next to Snare. I leave a carafe of water, and if there's any bread by the bar, I also leave it there just in case he wants a snack when he wakes up.
A nice loaf of bread.
And
So kind.
thank you for your discretion, Dinah. I'm going to sleep too.
Oh, never a problem. We have all manner of folk that come through here. Their business is their business. And as she says that, she does kind of side eye towards Caldania, who has not moved from her very comfortable seat. Other than to be knitting, and she occasionally calls for Ono to bring her a glass of wine or some crisped potatoes, corn chips, potato chips, freshly made, of course. And other than that, she's just happily crocheting, and it does look like she's making kind of like a long scarf with some designs in it. But as each of you heads off for the night, I know it's a little bit early for us, but considering we have had 2 people need to step away for personal reasons, and I don't want to continue the story too far while we are technically 3 characters down. We can go ahead and end for today. Thank you for indulging my incessant need to bring this in today. Y'all could have kept going.
We did meet at the end.
We did meet at the end. Nailed it.
Indeed. Oh, and just one other thing, so it's canon. When Akira moves that letter, they will also just make sure that Slayer in general is comfortable, even if it means kind of like nudging his head into a more comfortable position. But then
as you
pulling
do that,
Storm's light out from underneath his face.
Yeah.
As you do that, you actually notice that the chair underneath him starts to like open up almost into a
like a futon situation.
Almost into a futon situation, but then like the table kind of tilts Stormlight onto him, and then kind of grabbing kind of all of his stuff, gathering his stuff under him on the futon, without a cushion on it, kind of just like starts to like open up, sink into the floor, just very gently, very slowly, and
entombs him like a coffin. No, I'm just
entombs him like a coffin. No, but you hear you hear kind of the shifting of the inn underneath the floor. That same kind of grinding stone on stone sound, as it seems like it's sinking deeper into the inn, following like one might do to like see what's going on. You hear it kind of continue up, and then over towards the center, and then up towards one of the rooms.
Okay. After I see that he's comfortable and at
when you like check the door, because the door's not locked because he didn't
lock it.
Do it. As you get up there and get into the room, it looks like the branches of this chair are of the chair turned futon kind of pulling away very gently, having set him on top of the bed, set Storm's light kind of off to the side on the ground. Your carafe of water seems to have been transported up and onto the bedside table, and his stuff just very gently, politely set along the side of the room, next to this kind of shelf, like basically to act as a dresser, but they're not pull dressers. They're just shelving to put your shit, not offloading any of it, but just setting the packs in front of it, and just he is moved and settled and brought into this spot.
I also just want to note for canon, in my room I'm perching on the foot part of the bedstand, and that's how I sleep.
Interesting choice.
Akira reaches into one of their little pouches that they have, and they pull out what looks to be a small little broken piece of emerald about the size of a human thumb. And they sit it next to Storm's light. And before they leave the room, he's my brother now. And
Wait.
then they leave.
What did you place next to Storm's light?
A piece of Akira's shell, like the shell they were born in. They carry pieces of it in their pocket, and they give it to people who they kind of like designate as family. And so they put it next to Storm's light, so when you wake up, it'll be like a little broken broken piece of emerald sitting next to Storm's light,
Okay.
and it'll look just like one of Akira's scales rather.
Yeah, it is. It has that little bit of almost that mother of pearl, but if mother of pearl were mostly green.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, for some reason I thought you said you put a severed thumb next to it.
No, about the
I was
size
like-
of the thumbnail.
I was like, wait,
thumbnail.
what?
No, about the size of a thumb, a crystal.
I
It's Akira's
spaced
way.
out for a second there, and all
It's
I heard
Akira's
was
way.
thumb
Akira's
next
way
to
of
Storm's
putting a
leg.
horse head. Akira's way of putting a horse head in your bed. You know.
Yeah, totally.
It's fine. It's
Well,
fine.
like it's just like you put it. It
gotta
was,
take
it's
the thumb.
just, yeah, because I tuned out for a second, and all I heard was thumb next to Stormlight, and he's my brother now, and I was like, how? Wait,
What?
No.
how do those things correlate? What did
Well,
you just
with
do?
With that, good times. I'm glad we got to have a little bit of a little bit of downtime, calm time to rejuvenate, regroup yourselves. But yes, we have in game meted our way into meeting at the inn. Thank you for indulging that. That's my way of plugging the Innkeeper series by Alona Andrews, by the way. Y'all shill for Brandon Sanderson. I will shill for Alona Andrews, and we'll see who sponsors us first. Until next time, though.
Both of them.
Yeah. Until next time, though. Thank you for showing up, players and viewers alike. We cannot do this without the both of you.
Thank you.
Thanks for showing up. Twitch subs really help. Patreon.com/onceupon20 definitely helps. Subscribing on the YouTube, all the things. But until next time, please remember, kindness really is free. And please, for the love of God, keep going.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, check out the Patreon, TikTok, YouTube, all that jazz.
Woo!
Sponsors anybody, but preferably, the author Jerry mentioned, Brandon Sanderson.
All those guys. All those people.
All the things.
Sorry, I'm bad with
All
names.
of the things.
All the peoples.
But until next time,
Everyone.
have a great one.
Boo, 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 boo.
Peace.
Everyone knows the lily of the valley, a sunburst of a dahlia, of roses sharp thorns. But the prettiest, sweetest of the flowers only grows on the farther shore. Sweet tart cherries and blackberries on the bush, bursting with nectar when the peel has been shorn. But the sweetest and most bountiful of orchards only grows on the farther shore. Till it go to the farther shore, that paradise to rest when your old heart can beat no more. We all go to the farther shore. We all go to the farther shore. Wild temptations haunt this earthly coil. Some may resist them, though others can't ignore. But the promises of pure imagination take us all to the farther shore. It must be everything that everyone was promised. It must be all that we could ever want and more. It must be better than the love we leave behind us. They only know
on the farther shore. Till I go to the farther shore. This paradise to rest when this old heart can beat no more. We all go to the farther shore. We all go to the farther shore. I want to hear everybody, come on. Till I go to the farther shore. Till I go now, yeah. Rest when this old heart can beat no more. We all go to the farther shore. Let me hear you now. To the farther shore. Show a grin, wake the dead. Till I go to the farther shore. Till I go now, yeah. Rest when this old heart can beat no more. We all go to the farther shore. Let me hear to the farther shore. Let me hear your voices, everyone. To the farther shore. Sing it, everyone. To the farther shore. Thank you very much, everyone. In memory of a friend.